missing.
Oh.
Well, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome
How we all
in,
doing?
one and all. I hope everyone's doing well this fine Sunday. Welcome into Dramonia. This is going to be session 88. Can you believe 12 away from the big triple digits?
Heck.
In crazy dubitable.
That is an
That is
accurate
an
word.
actual word?
I like that word. That's an absolute word that describes that phenomenon.
Yes. Welcome in,
so
everyone.
tired.
All the chats out there.
Can I just
How we all
quickly apologize in advance because
What are you doing?
about 45 minutes
going to
ago
dab?
I got dinner and then immediately forgot about it.
You're
So
eating dinner now.
now I'm gonna just eat while you do the intros. So
That's fair. That's fair. Enjoy.
Only if you tell us what it is.
The life of
Yeah.
the puppy
it's a
gremlins.
vegetarian shepherd's pie with like lentils and
Ooh.
stuff.
Alright, I'm
So,
ready.
so a
Give me a spoonful.
gardener's pie.
Thank you.
Nom, nom, nom.
It's a gardener's pie then.
It's a gardener's
Yeah.
pie. Yeah, kind of.
Mhm.
But we're gonna be so quick and efficient today. You can't even believe it. I'm Josie Poser. I'm the
alright.
dungeon mistress. I run this game. I made this world mostly. And you know, we've been playing this game for quite a while now, and I'm gonna just give some quick introductions to our good players and friends. And I keep forgetting I'm not supposed to gesture because there's like different everywhere.
No, I want you to
But-
point today. I want you to point.
Okay, I'm just gonna point
Anyone.
at you.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Heck,
Oh.
we're all getting pointed at.
At
Yeah.
you.
I feel like I'm being.
And then I'm
Pointed out
gonna
of the
point at
crowd.
my dog who's still farting really nasty.
I'm gonna need to know.
And she's
need to
sleeping
guess.
under my desk, so it wafts up in my face. But yes,
Your
I'm joined,
bastard.
as always, by Roju from Participation Award, playing Gerald the Wizard, the human warlock sorcerer.
Same experience.
And we've got AussieDevFro playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, who is a reborn cleric. We've got Cuddly Raptor playing Nana Meligora, the gnome druid. And we've got Gudetome. We love Gudetome. Oh shit, point. Who's playing George, the Starling Bard Sorcerer. And last, but definitely not least, we have Wetastorm, playing Arthur Orblet III, the Elven Ranger Rogue. And that's our party. They are known as the Vanguard of the Black. Not really a name that incites fear in anyone, but they do have a reputation of...
I think it
of
incites
getting
fear in
shit
Amanda.
Amanda's
Yes,
like the
But
only
it's not
Yes,
the
but
kind of fear
she's-
that you think.
No,
No.
she's more fearful that you will destroy her town by accident.
Yeah.
When,
And
which,
she's right.
yeah, but like when
Will
you
it
think about
really
it,
be
we've
an
done like nothing.
accident?
I mean, I know they're
if
very
we decide
similar,
to destroy the town, it'll be a decision, not an accident.
Oh.
Fair.
but like the very similar bit is inspiring fear the same as inspiring anxiety? Because I feel like we do the second more.
Mm.
Well, anxiety
Mostly in
is
Jersey,
a fear
really.
response.
Well, yeah, but
True.
Distinct.
I'm extremely powerful to myself then.
Yeah.
Wow, I
you
feel
inspire
better.
fear wherever you go. I can say that.
Yeah, and so does everything else. Love this for me.
Right, now before we delve too deep into our own personal problems, let's...
You're not my
I mean,
therapist.
Pablo put it quite well. Fear of incompetency is still fear.
Damn it, Pablo.
What are you
Felt
talking
that
about?
one.
Rudy's not incompetent.
I felt that one.
Name one time Rudy has been incompetent.
When he tried to jump over that crevice and he like fell.
In front of
Oh,
the
yeah.
zombie meatball.
Yeah.
That's like
Name a second time Rudy was incompetent. I
That
dare.
was so long ago, and you just had that
Uh,
ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
gonna,
got
I'm
that-
gonna say
that
there
bullet
was
loaded
a
in the
spark of
chamber.
incompetence when you cast feign death on yourself on the train. That was not, that was not a coherent thought fully developed.
That was funny though.
It was so good.
Name a third time Rudy has.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you
really want
confident
this?
moments of the season?
That time you kept putting on the shield that cursed you to be hit by arrows.
That was pretty good.
Look, if I was aware that it was cursing Rudy, it would have been one of the best running gags of all time. The fact that no one really thought to fix the problem just kind of made it
I
terrible,
had
didn't
to
it?
straight face that for so long. I knew it was cursed from day one.
And like,
Rogue, you
fourth and
literally
fifth and-
texted me.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I know what this
Rogue
is.
was like, "Is this that shield?" Oh, yeah, yeah, it is.
Oh man. Whenever Rudy tries to sneak, is like just the
Oh, yeah,
next couple down the line.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay,
But that's-
alright.
It's because
When
it's his
Rudy
bony,
casts
it's his bony
light in the
toes. It's your
darkness.
little-
You would say
Like-
Rudy has failed more times than Arthur has.
Oh.
No.
Well, I mean,
That's fighting
I
words.
even
don't
tried to
think so.
set an undead mammoth on fire with a tiny little torch.
By poking it with a lit torch.
Torch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's fair. That's very fair.
That's,
very
that's
fair.
still my favorite Depp moment so far.
This is pretty good. That mammoth fight was a fight of just like we all had our own plan and they were all failing.
You might
None
say
of
it was
us
a
had the
mammoth
right.
failure.
It was-
You know, I did like the fact though that Cuddly transformed into a mini Rudy.
Yes.
I was about to say, speaking of incompetence, remember when I jumped off a cliff?
I
and
think the
slid-
honestly,
all
I think
had-
the most
we've all had
professional
good
person
moments.
here is George.
Yeah, George,
Yeah.
remember that time you got a teenager killed?
What?
Well,
Which time? The one on purpose or the one on accident? I mean,
Hey George, remember that time that you claimed to be Arthur Orblet's son?
you know, it's fine.
Right. So
I
for
brought him
the
a souvenir from home.
for when our 100th episode, it'll be the roasting of the party when the party members have to roast each other.
Oh,
and-
that would be so good.
our 100th episode, I'm just gonna start pulling cards from that deck.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
per episode
Yeah.
until we.
I also
finish.
feel like the roasting episode, Gerald won't even get like what's happening. He'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Actually,
He's like, "These all sound like compliments to me. They're actual valid concerns."
it would be a shame if we get through this entire campaign and not pull one of those cards. We need to pull a card, right?
I mean,
Like, it has to happen.
I honestly, if anything, during the epilogue, please someone pull a card just because.
Arthur's
have to
been
pull
wanting
a
to pull a
card.
card for a while.
No,
You
we
guys have been
need-
stopping him.
We need a moment of desperation, and I
Well,
mean, like,
Yeah, the thing is, as much as we as players, would love to pull a card, realistically, our characters still need the motivation to do it.
yeah,
But there's some good cards in there.
yeah. But
Mm.
There
to
are.
pull a card, we need to get. Doesn't Gerald have the key, and Nana has it? In
And
the
Nana
bag
has
holding?
the
Yeah.
Nana has the box
Hmm,
with the
hmm.
cards inside them, and Gerald has the key to open the box.
So I feel like the only situation we're going to get this key is Gerald's unconscious, Nana's unconscious.
Smash a good berry in there, grow a vine, teleport in through hidden paths, or whatever the one is where I tree stride thing, grab the cards, come back out. I've got this all planned out.
I'm not sure that will work.
I think I just have
For
to
flavor, Josie.
I just have to
or
convince
someone just
Nana.
picks the lock on the box.
Hmm.
I
I
just have to
mean-
convince Nana. Nana loves me. And then the hardest trick would be trying to get the key, which
No.
Gerald's got to sleep sometime.
Gerald's got
It's okay. If you get it from Gerald, I'll just sleight of hand it away from you, and good luck beating my 17.
Okay, but how
Good
about
luck finding it after I
we,
take it.
How about we get into this game
Perfect
4
timing.
minutes
I just finished
early?
my food.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
perfect. See, we were just like waffling until
You're just
we finished.
vamping
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
me
yeah.
time to finish up.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
So last week on Dramonia, the vanguard of the Black, while walking through the gated community where the nobles of the Ireland live, heading towards the Sureguard estate, managed to spot Rudy's sister. An uncanny resemblance. Felicia, at first, wanted nothing to do with the man claiming to be her estranged brother, but as Rudy breathes life into his old pig figurine and sends it over, maybe as an olive branch, Felicia only listens to the request of her twin brother with a promise that he then leaves her alone. The group is granted audience with Parkini Sureguard, the current matriarch of the house, and with the death of her daughter, returned to her title as First Shield of the Ivory Hold. Some very pointed mentions and words of trust buys them the audience they wanted with the awe. And heading off towards the castle with no hesitation, the Lady Sureguard walks the vanguard past the guards and through the gates. At first they are met with an empty and echoing throne room bathing in golden magical light. And seemingly in the blink of an eye, the awe sits upon the throne. A marvel of a chair where molten gold has once been poured over the old throne. Hearing their plea and taking interest in what they know about this fiendess's plans, the Awe states that he finds no reason to bring them to the Ur-Dragon Dionysus. He claims that his realm is safe, there's nothing to worry about. After leaving the throne room, Arthur uses one of his abilities to sense the presence of various creatures. And he senses not only the presence of dragon within the city, but also fae, fiends, and undead.
Oh my.
He doesn't know how many, he doesn't know where, but he knows that they are here. So we come to as you're back in the city streets of the Ivory Hold. The sun is setting, the sky has gone dark, and the city, being surrounded by mountains on all sides, is now alit with magical lampposts and people heading home from their day's work.
Oh, that was a interesting meeting. Not exactly what I expected of a king, to be honest.
No, that could have gone immensely better, but it also could have gone immensely worse.
Oh, yes, we're all still alive and not in jail, so I think that's a plus.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to say it. I don't like him.
Oh,
No one
he's
likes him.
Absolute, forgive the word, bell end. I think I've
Oh,
heard.
yes, that word can be forgiven. I had stronger ones, but I'll save them.
Now,
If you want to save them, I can use them for you.
maybe
I got a
when
few
we're
in
out
different
of
languages too.
maybe
Oh,
a little bit more
excellent.
out of earshot from, everyone.
You're right about now as you're talking, you're passing the guards, Olivar and Freckles, back into the city itself. Arthur, do you share with your companions the knowledge of the creatures you sensed?
Yes. Yes, he does.
What does he say?
Literally everything that Josie said before.
So you are made aware of the presence, and that Arthur doesn't know any of the numbers, he doesn't know direct locations, he just knows that there are dragon, fae, fiend, undead within a mile's radius.
So, yeah, dragons are about, but,
No, as for the undead, give me 2 seconds. Rudy casts Eyes of the Grave. Because, yes, it only allows 60 feet of detection. But he does also take a gander down at himself again to confirm that it does ping it off.
Okay.
Whether,
You know what,
whether
we're
he
gonna
counts as
double
undead
check.
on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna double check if the reborn counts as undead. Here
I
we
think
go.
as players, we get that was a little hit that means the undead that's being sensed might not be Rudy.
I was thinking to say that.
You are not technically considered undead, but you do have a wisp of an aura.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. Now, I'm not going to buy into George's harebrained idea that I technically might be undead, but I will admit that it is a possibility that my unique condition might be flagging your senses there, Arthur.
right.
Possibly.
Okay. But
Because it's flagging mine.
should we assume you are the undead, or do we
No,
assume
we
that
assume
there
that
is...
there's an army of undead underneath us all. Arthur, what are you talking about?
I think we should assume that there are others.
Look, I'm more on the idea of the dragon. Like, yeah, there's a dragon coming, or we're going to go see a dragon. But like, come on, like a dragon's real close by.
Yeah, well, it can disguise itself as as anyone.
Yes, and also we know that I think Rudy, you said that the gold dragon flies over during this time
Yes, so it's probably here already, disguised.
as the king, probably.
Possibly.
Oh,
As I
surely
said-
he's not a king.
Oh, all I remember is that the same sort of vibe I got from Yarig, I remember getting from Dior. Did anyone else pick up on that when we were in there?
No, but I've been thinking about it since, and a lot of things just don't add up. I mean, I wasn't suspicious of any one thing in particular when we were speaking to him, but and I was thinking
How
about
could
it.
you not be suspicious? He like oozed
Maybe we should get back
suspicion.
in and ask if he's a dragon.
Melted gold throne. It seems very pompous, which
Pride was easily hurt.
pride was easily hurt. So the gold
I
is
mean, that's
supposed to
just
be
nobles, right?
well. Also, the gold is supposed to be a younger dragon, and
Arrogance.
arrogance and pride are
Well,
hallmarks of such. Yes.
Not
Arthur
yet.
starts walking back towards the throne room.
No,
Arthur,
we-
come back.
Arthur,
You've
no.
already been dismissed.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't. You've exited the gates and they're not
Oh,
opening
dang
for
it.
you.
dang it.
Arthur, I get that you don't like nobility, but you can't just walk anywhere and mouth off in any way.
Unless
it's
you
a
can
sh-
back it up. Remember
I
that.
Unless you can
I-
back it up.
Don't have a problem with nobility. I just don't like the king. He's taken.
Uh,
Yes, but what are you going to do? Pick a fight with the entire city?
No, I'm gonna win that fight. They're gonna.
No, you're
have
not.
tomorrow.
That's exactly what. We need to be more tactical about this, and I
Look.
can't believe I'm saying that out loud.
Neither can I. Look, if the king and the dragon, I mean, he did refer to the or dragon very familiarly. So if they know each other, or if they are, like Gerald maybe said, one and the same, would you really want to pick a fight with an or dragon? I'll be honest right now, I don't think I do.
Especially
The
when we
little
need
one
them
was
as an
enough for
ally.
me.
He seemed like he was passing on like he genuinely was passing on the message when like he was talking. So I don't know if they're the same, but so I think we can, get a meeting with the dragon and then, and never have to talk to the king again.
Well, potentially, but it just seemed very. The things he was asking about, linked with the age of the dragon that we're thinking of, and actually, Josie, quick question for the DM: how much? Because I'm just thinking that perhaps my meta knowledge of different dragon types might not necessarily apply here, and Gerald might not know too much about it. What might I know about gold dragons, or the personalities of different dragon types and things like that?
Make I'm gonna say either an Arcana or a History check.
I'm probably leaning Arcana here. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-da. Oh, not bad. 22.
22. It did not pop into my dice read. There we are. Okay, it was just a bit slow. 22. What you know and you're wanting to know about Golden Dragon specifically, if you have any.
Yeah, and you know what? I've got Dark One's Own Luck available, so I might as well just juice that because I want to know.
You want to know.
So I'm gonna tack it a 6 onto that. So we got a 28.
Cool.
28.
I want to know.
The Golden Dragons, as far as you've studied and the knowledge you've picked up on, knowledge bestowed upon you through your pact with various
which is
various
honestly where
beings now.
most of the knowledge I have came from.
Yes. So this is magically imparted knowledge, like almost like you're doing a mental Google search. It is not necessarily you that know, but this, as you're asking for this knowledge, focusing on it, it comes to you in bits. And with this 28, you pick up a lot of it. You manage to memorize it. You've got a good sense of memory. You memorize the keywords that pop into your brain, and the first thing that comes to you is that golden dragons are one of the rarest. There has, as far as you are aware, as far as you know that there is a golden dragon named Eclipse. You know that the golden dragon is named Dionysus. You don't know if they're the same. That's not currently in part. One is a title, one is a name. They could be different, could be the same. But you also get some knowledge that apparently they are so strong and so magically imbued that yes, they have an exceeded sense of grandiosity, but also a massive sort of territorial sense, where they would throw themselves in harm's way to protect their own domain. They are, in this world, they are considered neutral. They will protect what they consider theirs, whether it's people or treasure or an area. They would protect it with their life. And you know that they are strong. They are one of the few dragons that can actually alter and use various types of magic in form of spells, various type of... you've met dragons that could breathe various elements, and you know these golden dragons, apparently they can do a golden radiant fire blast, but they can also exhale a gas that when inhaled or when it comes into contact, it would weaken people physically. It is not necessarily poison, it's more like a magical limiter is placed on the people within that gas. And they are also strong, incredibly strong. Their inherent naivete and arrogance comes from the belief that they are invulnerable.
Oh, Rudy's gonna get along real well then.
that is what you get. That they do have a sense of arrogance, but they also come with the ability to back it up.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
It doesn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I guess the party's sort of like, Gerald's sort of like doing a bit of a chin scratcher, and he's like, you know, thinking about it, I think it's probably quite likely that, because I'm thinking now again about what the king actually said, and he said he was incredibly unconcerned with the danger that it posed, because he was quite confident that he'd be able to repel whatever threat came that way. And thinking on what I've learned of gold dragons in my past, that is very on brand, shall we say, for them. They are incredibly strong, from what I know, rumored to be. Indeed, possibly the strongest of the colors, but that could also explain a lot of his attitude, I think.
But Gerald, if gold dragons are so hot, like strong, the king's injured.
Yes, I did see it too, George. You noticed the elbow.
Yes.
Wait, Gerald, are you implying that the king himself is a gold dragon, but not the gold dragon?
I don't. There's only rumors of two dragon or draconic gold dragon names that are common knowledge. But the Eclipser and Dionysus could still well be one and the same. So there may only be the one, and that could well be the king, because I'm just adding the facts together, sort of post-mortem of our conversation, you know? It's just not adding up. There was something just not right, and he was asking very odd questions that I probably wouldn't expect of a king wanting to defend his realm as a human necessarily. He seemed far too confident for the kind of threat that was facing the country, and he could just be naive, but it just doesn't add up, you know?
Well, I do have a concern along those lines, because I'm not sure if it was just attitude or if it sounds like the king might actually think Jalira's plan is a good idea.
That is what I'm incredibly worried about.
I didn't trust that very much. I regardless of whether, who he is, I didn't trust that. He seemed to be listening very closely and liking the idea of taking the essence of Ore Dragons.
Oh, precisely. What human would do that? That's what sort of what part of what wasn't adding up for me in there. And now that I'm thinking about it, if worst case scenario, which I'm very good at, mind you, worst case scenario, he's the Ur Dragon, and he's on board with Jalira's plan, and that's one less Ur Dragon that she has to actually do anything about. In which case we're even further behind than we might have been.
Well, I don't think there's any time to delay with Solange, but I must say I wouldn't mind sticking around and seeing what we could see at the festival. Also eating food. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm here for that as well.
Just one last thing on the point of the gold dragons being arrogant and having the strength to sort of, back that up. I feel like if you perceive yourself to be at the top of the food chain in the dragon world, you wouldn't buy in with anyone else's plan, regardless to what that plan is.
Well, no, quite right. But
I don't
also
think that they're going to throw in with Jalira.
No, but the thing is, I don't think that they necessarily would have any plans to throw in with us either. So I'm just going to assume from this point forwards that the king we just spoke to is the Golder Dragon, because honestly, that's the worst case scenario here. That he's just a prat, essentially, and only cares about his own stuff. What are we going to do? We need guarantees that they're not going to just be a pride before the fall kind of situation.
I think then we look to Arthur on this one.
What?
Well,
Even Arthur's surprised.
Yes, Arthur and George, really.
What?
Well, Arthur, you've been going on about this festival tomorrow.
Yes.
And we know that I believe one of the prizes, I think for the fighting pit at least, was an audience, a dinner with the king.
That's correct.
With the Ore.
Yes.
Well.
Oh, I see where you're
You
going.
saying that I have to win?
If we utilize our talents, and George, I have a sneaky plan for you as well. If you...
I have several.
Okay, that terrifies me, but my plan is innocent. Yes. If we make a name for ourselves tomorrow, we prove to the city that the Vanguard of the Black is a force, not only of power and reputation, but the fact that we are willing to protect those who are here, regardless of where you are. We can get a bit of a following. We get this audience with the king, and we have now hopefully, maybe proven ourselves a little bit more in his eyes, and he might be a little bit more willing to hear us out.
I hate to say it. That's a good idea. Actually,
That's a great idea. Rudy.
Wait, when I said this earlier, you guys said that's a bad idea. Let's not
it's
do
terrible.
that. We're going to do
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
and I-
But
well-
But
that
that
was
was
a good
bef-
idea.
But that was before we met the Or, and I'm now all on board with this plan.
Remember, George, I was on your side, and they got cranky.
That's besides the point, Arthur. We're not playing for points here. We're playing to survive. And I think at this
That's
point,
how it is.
as long as I'm not fighting myself, I'm all for it. Because I think we need. I do agree. We need to speak with this king, very possibly dragon, once more, with the mental intent that we are already speaking with the and try to get something going in our way before we have to leave. And I think we can't spare more than a day, so this seems like the best opportunity to me.
So we could use our talents to win at various games and challenges, and possibly George, if you have the time and wish and want to, you could, walk around the crowds, spin a few tales, maybe a bit of suggestion.
I thought you'd never ask. I was gonna do it anyways, but I thought you'd never ask.
Well, now I'm giving you, not that you need it, but now I'm saying I won't get upset if you do.
So I don't need to sneak away. I can just do it. Okay, cool. One less plan to do. And he's like, he goes in his checkbook and like crosses something out a little bit.
Oh dear, what have I done? What have I unleashed?
Georgia, if we're a team, we want to be part of plans that you come up with.
Yeah.
No,
but
I want
Rudy's gonna
plausible
scold
deniability.
me.
Gerald looks very concernedly at Nana. I was like,
Nana, we don't talk about what happened on the trip.
And if Arthur doesn't know, then Arthur doesn't have to put it in his reports. So Arthur probably shouldn't know either.
And if Rudy knows, he's just gonna scold me later.
And I talk too much, so really the only person who
True.
should know the deep, dark inner plans of George is Gerald.
oh no.
And since Gerald can't handle it, I think George should just go.
See, that's why I wasn't telling you guys.
No, not knowing is worse.
By this point, Rudy would have taken, because we would have been talking and walking, I feel like Rudy would have taken us to an inn and...
Yes, you actually walk alongside you don't enter the bazaar, which is now there's like final shopping happening. A lot of hawkers are calming down. A lot of people are closing up their stalls, and you go to one of the side streets of the Gilded Bazaar, and you lead them all the way to the edge of the island that the city sits upon, and you reach a very homely, well-kept inn called the Silvery Shore.
Alright, we will be looked after here.
Oh, wonderful. It looks very lovely, Rudy.
I thought you might like it, Nana.
You step inside, and it's nice. It's very calm, very quiet. There seems to be, I'm gonna say most of you pick up on, there seems to be a magic in the air, like an actual spell that is just dampening sound a little bit. So, like, you can still hear murmur, but it's almost like muted, like warbled. And you have to be within 10 feet to hear someone clearly.
Oh.
You can still see everyone, and you can still hear that people are talking. It's just very difficult to pick up conversation. And it's very quiet. It's very white noisy. And behind a counter, currently in the process of handing keys to another group that has entered, you see what looks like a dragon person. You see a long snout. They got really sharp-looking teeth sticking out. Wearing a little bit of a beret that's tucked between two spines. And got a very nice embroidered vest with a silvery like mountain on the like the lapels a little bit. And hands a couple of keys, says something again. You only basically hear like it's just that kind of warbled, muted sound. And the other group of 3 people they actually head down a set of stairs. You see that to the side there's one staircase that leads up, one that leads down. And there's a corridor that leads into the back of the building. And
Really value their privacy here.
yeah, and the Dragonborn gives you a big, like, grin smile. You see the teeth, and they have silvery, impeccable scales. Just smiles and waves you forward.
Nana steps forward.
Yeah, we step up.
As you get closer, hello, welcome. I'm assuming you're looking for room?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes.
How many do we...
Well, we can accommodate all sorts. We do have larger rooms for families. Sort of looks you all over and at George. Or if you want to split, we have enough rooms for everyone. You just let me know how you would like to handle it, okay? You
Sure.
can call me Ashar.
Very pleased to meet you, Ashar. Yeah, I can speak.
How much per room, Ashar?
Depends on what you would like.
I don't see the
How-
harm in all of us being in the one room.
If you would like the family room, would you like food included?
Oh, I think so, yes.
Oh, very well. Give me a moment. Are you staying for more than one night, you think?
Just the one, I believe, and sort of turns to confirm.
Just the one? Yes.
Maybe with the option of extending one night, if that's possible.
I see.
Just in case, you never know.
Well, with food included for all of you, that includes, if you would like, we do not serve dinner, but we do have a little bit of a... we make freshly baked scones and tea for the guests in the evening. It will be delivered to the room. And then we have breakfast. And it is 1 gold for the room, but I will ask for another 3 copper for the added child-sized bed.
I
That
am
we
not
will
a
have the
child.
staff.
I am not a child.
I am sorry. I did not mean to offend. Then it will be an additional silver for an extra bed.
You know what? I have a child.
Oh, that's a good one.
Make a persuasion check. I will give you advantage.
And then I go, shush,
26.
shush, my child.
I mean, I feel like
26.
Nana is still smaller than George, though, right?
Yeah, but it's not
Nana's got
about
wrinkles.
size. Nana, it's like the appearance of age. And you get, as you say that, George, you get a little wink from the Dragonborn who says, of course. An old soul, if you will. An extra child. And it just like takes a quill, dip it in some ink, opens a big ledger, and starts writing down. So it is 1 gold and I believe I said 3 copper.
Mhm. I'll pay it.
Oh, thank you, Nana.
And just come down and let us know, and we will get some little tasties up to your room. And do not hesitate to come down. The front counter is it is staffed all hours of the day. If I am not here, you will find my brother, Vershan, and he will take good care of you.
As the others walk up, Rudy lingers for a second and sort of leans in and goes, "A second serving of those scones, how much?"
Do you want extra?
Oh, most certainly.
Well, for you, my friend, 2 copper.
Rudy slaps 3 copper down on the counter and goes, "Thank you for being so generous."
It is my pleasure. And just like slides the coins down.
Mm.
Now, I will follow you to your room, and I will make sure that you get what you need. One moment. And steps away, almost like they instinctively know where the edge of this magical sort of sound diffusing effect is. And just talks into the air for a moment. There's like a little bit of a hand gestures in front of the face, and I believe, George, you pick up that this is the message cantrip. And just
I wish I could hijack it.
it says something. Does anyone have the observant feat?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Does Gerald have the observant fate?
Okay.
We all.
You never know. It's quite a common feat to pick up.
I mean, it's a pretty good one, but
And somehow we haven't.
Yeah, and you
I
see
had other things on the docket.
as Ashar then sort of like squats down between in front of the counter and grabs some stuff. You see, he grabs what looks like a pillowcase and some linen, and just grabs it and grabs a key off a large, like a wooden little cabinet. Opens it, takes a key, has a large metal, like pressed metal plaque attached to it. Like it's very hard to forget this key. Leans in and says, "Oh, follow me," and starts heading upstairs. Takes you upstairs into the far end of the corridor where there's a little bit of a fancier door. You pass a couple of doors. Some have "Don't Disturb" signs. Some doors are open, and it looks like someone is giving it a turnover. You're led to the far room. And he unlocks the door, opens. There's already fire lit. Just faint little embers glowing. Just not like a raging fire. It's not dead. It's just perfect. And you do see what looks like a double bed in one end of the room. There's a small cabinet to what looks like a water closet of some sort. There are 2 wash basins in the room. There's a little bit of a seating group near the fire. And then there are 2 individual beds on the far wall from the double bed. And Ashar says, "Here is your room. And give me one moment." And walks over to what at first glance looks like a wardrobe. Opens it once, closes it, wraps on it twice, opens it again, and then all of a sudden there's like a handlebar that you didn't see at first, and he grabs it and just pulls down a bed. Pulls out.
Huh.
And starts making the bed, like like with the sheets that they brought with them, like grabs from a little ledge a pillow and a throw, and says, "If you need anything, just let us know."
Well, thank you.
We will be back with some scones in just a moment. And heads out and puts the key on a little stand next to the door and leaves.
Josie, quick question.
Yeah?
So I know Nana's visited this area. She's been to the
Mhm.
Eastern Lush. She's been like to the city before a while ago. And I know you mentioned the mountain ranges, and I'm wondering, I don't think she's traveled in the mountain ranges at all. No. Okay. So she's gonna
She's
just
traveled. The way that she would have traveled is there are tunnels that go underneath the mountains from the Halfling Hills.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because this lake runs out in 2 rivers. One that leads to the west into the Halfling Rivers, and one leads into the east and down into the Loch Miasma.
Yeah. So she's gonna just quick follow out Ashar, and just while he's leaving, just a moment.
Yes, my
I-
dear.
I traveled a while ago, a while ago. But I've just never been to that beautiful mountain range, and I'm just wondering, what kind of tourist attractions could I find there? What's over there?
In the mountains.
Yes, they look so pretty.
Yes, but they are home to a great many beasties.
Oh, really? So is it not very safe to go?
There are those who go and travel, but they go in large groups. People who are well experienced and equipped for the trek, and they do their best to avoid whatever lurks among the rocks.
Oh, thank you so much. You don't know where I could find such a group should we hope to come back one day?
You would be most certainly lucky to find someone who might know if you head to the Goblet of Holding.
Thank you so much.
And you would know that the Goblet of Holding is a tavern just outside the Circle of Wonders.
Nice. That's all I wanted.
Oh,
You head back in, takes about half an hour, and you get a knock on the door, and outside you see on a little cart that's been pushed up near your door, you see several trays, one with cups and a steaming pot of tea. You see a tiered tray filled with scones and small containers like vessels of jellies, jams, cream cheese, butter, cheese. And there's a little extra tray with a couple of scones next to it.
Rudy ensures that the extra tray is loaded up until it's almost tumbling all off.
we're all pretty used to it by now. Just like
We just assume that's his tray. We're like, yeah, I think that tracks.
yeah.
Look, I'm not going to deny what I want, alright?
Yes, Rudy.
He didn't say
worms and all.
anything.
I saw the look you all given me.
Nana, what? Do you mind if I ask? What was your curiosity with the mountain range?
Oh, I don't know if I told you, but I had a, would we call it like a vision in a dream, Josie? Is that a proper term?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't think I shared with you, but a while ago I had a dream, maybe a vision, and I saw that mountain range, and I know that we've got more pressing matters, but I can't help but feel like it's an answer for me, and and she like holds out her hands and this.
What am I seeing on that?
Oh, you're probably seeing bleach spots.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's bleach spots.
Nana
Oh.
hasn't spoken much about the bleach.
No, not at all.
It's not.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
here's your
so
chance.
this is not something that I think, and non-gnomes would not be really sort of like knowledgeable. on
Probably
this
not.
at all, really.
She's
I feel
just
like
sort of
it's
assuming, but-
mentioned.
Yeah,
It's been mentioned. You have met.
And we've seen
you did
the
met
mayor.
a fully bleached. Yeah, you met the mayor. You met
Yeah.
the fully bleached gnome in Southport, who was just like
Hmm.
one of those. Imagine, if you will, the essence drained pod people in Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, terrifying.
Oh.
But I will say, Rudy, looking at these spots, you grew up with a gnome that was pale but seemed fine.
Oh, wait, Nana. We've kind of we've met a few gnomes that have had this issue. It's an issue. The white spots, the bleaching.
you could say it's an issue, yes.
That's interesting because I actually used to know a gnome who seemed to, well, they seemed far gone in bleaching, but they seemed fine mentally.
Oh, that's That's so interesting. I'm guessing Nana would never have heard of anything like that. No, that's
Probably
that's-
not.
Even
No.
physically,
Rudy,
this gnome
that's-
was okay, right, Josie? Like, as in, like, physically active and yeah, like, yeah.
Totally
I mean, they were.
This was someone who came to the cathedral when you were
Yes.
young. Someone who joined the cathedral youths.
Were
gotta
they-
be that fountain of youth in the mountains.
I'm gonna try and. I gotta quickly check something.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it is actually in your
Yeah,
backstory.
that's what I'm just double checking now.
Is does it hurt or anything, Nana?
Josie, it doesn't hurt, does it? It's just
No, but it's more like a physical manifestation of your mind growing monochrome. Like it's harder to see vibrancy. It's harder to feel. It's like everything is becoming muted. And it's just a physical manifestation.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
so
know
Nana-
that's also what's causing you to look older. Like it's essentially it's a depressive state where the bleaker you feel, the bleaker you become.
Yeah. So, and Nana just kind of looks and goes, "No, it doesn't hurt, but you just feel a difference, I think, but it doesn't hurt."
Well, that's something. But how? I mean, we haven't really talked much about it. Is it bad? How?
Oh, my dear, I'm not going to keel over tomorrow, unless Jalera shows up with a freaking disintegration ray.
No, that's okay. Honestly, it's fine.
Yes, we
just
know.
have
No,
Rudy
tank
stand in front
the
of you.
disintegration ray, Rudy.
You just want to tank it again, Rudy?
Oh,
Alright.
come on. It's like one of the greatest feats of strength that I've ever pulled off. I need to revel in it a little bit. Oh, is it weeping? It's weeping a little bit.
Yeah. And she goes, no, it's just a process. And truth be told, I don't know if I told you all this before, but that was one of the reasons I set out as an adventurer, to find something to spice up life. No pun intended. I know I'm a cook. She says to the air. She's like, no.
Well, have you found anything? Or do you know what it is that might be in the mountains?
I have no idea, but
Actually, I might be able to help with that. Okay, that was not the reaction
That
I was
was
expecting.
kinda there goes my camera.
Your camera also got excited.
I'll shake my head.
I just being back here is just bringing back a lot of memories for me, and yes, the gnome that I was just sort of reminiscing about. If I remember correctly, they actually, when they came to the cathedral, they had lost their memory, or the bulk of their memory. That was probably one thing that was not quite right with them. But they were found in the mines, in the mountains. The very mountains that you said you saw in a vision. And you were just asking about.
Well,
Maybe tomorrow... Oh, I cannot believe I'm about to say this. Maybe tomorrow, Nana, you and I should swing by the cathedral and maybe we can see if that gnome is still there. And if not, we get out very quickly.
Oh, Rudy, that's very sweet, but I know we have other plans for the king, and I can wait. I've been waiting for a while, and I'm
We
very
don't
good at
have
it.
to wait though.
Patience
When-
is a virtue.
When do the festivities start tomorrow? Do we know, Josie? Like, roughly what time?
You don't know.
Oh.
I
The flyer
imagine
didn't
there's
have
like
times on
a
it?
bit of
Oh,
Made this.
imagine there's like a bit of a setup in the maybe a
Mm.
late morning start or something like that.
And the cathedral, Rudy would know all the ins and outs. So even if the doors were like closed and locked, like surely Rudy
Are we
would know.
breaking
way
You
it?
would
more.
also
Turn
know
into
that the doors to the main cathedral
Mm,
are never really locked.
mm.
Because people can come and go. It's more like the back sanctums that are kept closed, like the passage to the feast hall, to the mausoleum, to the dormitories. Those things are kept closed
Of course.
and
Yeah.
for people only. But the main area of the cathedral is still for open prayer and mass and such things.
And-
Which temple was this, Rudy? Was this which god are we talking about?
Oh, Agatha.
Oh, well, there shouldn't be a problem then, right?
Not necessarily. No, not if we're in and out before anyone knows we're there.
But you're a devout follower of Ergothoa now. Why would there? You seem a bit cagey for some reason.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, Agatha and I, we're. I'm pretty sure we're cool, but people are people, you know. And sometimes there are people that even if you worship the same deity, they may not see eye to eye, or may curse them to and you yell that you're gonna flay them alive next time you see them. It's look, you meet all sorts.
You're saying you didn't leave on the best of terms? Is that what I'm gathering?
No, I did not.
That's all right, Rudy. If you don't want to go, I completely understand it. If
no,
you do
Nana,
want to go, I'll give them a piece of my mind.
No,
You don't
Nana,
know I have enough left.
Yes, I insist. We are going to the cathedral tomorrow before the festivities start.
Do you know how to sneak?
No, he doesn't. I can tell you that straight up.
By the way, I want
Rudy
to
Does not.
remember back when
stares
he stared a
Arthur in
demon
the eye.
face.
And just takes a fist and slams it into his armor. No, I do not, Arthur.
So maybe you would want to take George, who knows how to help sneak in.
I don't intend to sneak in, Arthur. I intend to walk in.
Oh man.
It's a cathedral of worship to the deity that I worship. I intend to walk in.
Okay.
When
I'm
I
an
would
adult
What if
now.
you do that little ethereal thing that you do and just like show off your powers? Then they know.
Oh,
that-
George, that's actually a great idea.
What do you mean, actually? I have good ideas
I
literally
love
every day.
that.
Literally every day. I get credit by good ideas. Like earlier.
I think you have what you consider good ideas every day, George.
You discredit my good ideas. They are good ideas, you just don't accept them because I'll be nice.
You're a little shit.
What? Hey. Well, yeah,
Look,
but
George-
still.
I know you're trying your best, but we all need to accept that none of us are perfect and we all have terrible ideas sometimes.
I've only had one bad idea my entire life.
Oh, I've had so many. Remember the time, and she's like recounts the time that they were fighting the mammoth, and she like transformed into Rudy, and I was trying to know what I was doing, and then I just fell off a cliff. Yes,
I do remember that. That was the same fight that Arthur tried to burn the entire mammoth down with a tiny little torch.
Oh, we were so
Gerald, you can
silly
never
back
say I have
then.
bad ideas again. Mine, the extent of them is steal something, get caught, get scolded a little bit, run away, turn invisible, yada yada yada, no consequences.
You do realize that we met you in Bora when you were about to be sent into a jail, right? And
I
in
wouldn't
fact,
have
we were
gotten caught
escorting you
if
there.
not for you guys.
Would have
And
gotten
this
away
is
with it too if
accurate
you
in
weren't being
fact,
meddling
because they
kids.
didn't even know I was in the city until you guys. And then I lost my shiny rock collection. I haven't forgotten.
Well, water under the bridge.
That's how you know George won that.
So, tomorrow our plan is Nana and I mean, unless you all want to go to the cathedral, but I feel like it would be a bit of a spectacle if we do. But if not, Nana and I can go to the cathedral, and you three can prepare for the festivities.
I don't know what there is to prepare for.
Oh, just
No.
eat a good breakfast. You know, you're going to be walking a lot, Gerald.
Well, I guess I will, won't I?
Arthur might need oiling up for the wrestling contest.
Actually, you know
Oh.
what? Maybe I'm gonna go get a see if I see a man about a license for this blasted thing.
Temporary flying license.
Yes.
Day pass.
I need a permit. Honestly, need for a permit.
Just a day permit.
Ridiculous. With that, I'm gonna go down and ask the innkeep if those facilities might still be available this afternoon.
Oh, can you also ask when the festivities start?
Oh, sure. I'll be right back. No.
Go out. You go back down, and you see. Just as you can come down, you see another silver dragonborn is talking to Ashar. You assume this is Vershawn. They look fairly similar. They're wearing a bit of different clothing. Vershawn is currently topless. Has these almost like leather guards on their arms and some baggy trousers and a little bit of like a head cloth, but there's holes for spines to poke through. And you smell like frying oil from this person. And as you come down, Ashar says something before you come within audible distance, and Vershawn turns around, gives you a nod, and walks into a kitchen.
Hello again.
Welcome.
I had a couple of quick questions.
Yes, feel free.
First,
We are here for your service.
first of all, I found out that licenses are required for flight in the city.
Yes.
I was wondering if you know where I need to go to get a pass. Or
you would have to go to the guard station.
the guard station. Would they still be available at this time? I'm not sure what time it is, by the way.
Not for miscellaneous things like this. It is right now. It's about 7, getting up on 8ish p.m.
Oh, okay, so it's pretty late. Oh, very good. Well, maybe I'll try them in the morning. Do you know also what time the festivities start on the morrow?
Yes. Would you like a flyer?
Oh, there's a flyer? Yeah, sure.
And grabs a piece of
Sure, it
paper
doesn't
from
need
under.
license.
I got it too.
Yeah,
I got it
yeah,
too.
fly, yep.
What?
Flyer?
Flyer? Are you
Putting
kidding
a flight service?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about it.
So
That
now you
was-
just rub
that
it in
was
his face
not-
that he can't fly, but here's a flyer, you know.
You're handed a piece of paper that has some calligraphy on it. There's times, there's activities, and they seem to be examples. But on the back, you see what looks like a schedule. So the front, you have these silver gold banners, and it says Grand Feast and Festival. And then it says things like reenactments of the battle in the Eastern Lush. Lunch buffet at the Palace of Promiscuity. Grand arena combat. Win a meal with the awe. And then it says games such as ring tossing, pin the tail on the dragon, and many, many more.
George!
In the tail on the dragon.
George!
What's the
Let's go.
Yes, I'm
What's the
blind.
earliest?
They'll never be suspected.
activity?
The earliest is actually, it says, Remember the Dead Mass at Cathedral in Ivory at 10 a.m.
Before 10 a.m.
All
We
right.
need to go before 10
Oh,
a.m.
thank you very much.
We're right at 10 a.m., but that's fine.
Also, if you wouldn't mind,
That'd be
can we
a
get
wake-up.
another couple of scones up to the room?
But of course.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, we're never coming here again.
Oh,
We're getting
back
kicked
up.
out.
He said whatever we want. We want more
You,
scots.
you head back up, and I can tell you, if you would like, the various activities. And
Oh,
Please.
I would absolutely like.
okay, so I'm
Is there
gonna
an
tell you.
attachment?
Actually, do you want to? Could I ask? Would you be so kind as to put a schedule into the dice tray? For us
Look,
to
the
over?
way I have it written out is not a complete schedule.
Oh, okay.
I
okay.
wish I had it
No
written
worries.
like a schedule.
No,
It's
that's okay.
instead I
That's
have
okay,
just
that's-
list of activities and it says when they start.
That's alright. No, you're.
So if you
Got
want,
it.
you could dictate this, take a dictamen yourself and
Yeah,
write down
absolutely.
these
I will
things.
do.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, the Gilded Bazaar opens at 10 a.m., closes at 6 p.m. And during the festival, all items are 10% off.
Oh.
Ooh.
Or 5 fingers off.
Wow.
Sorry, good. What was it?
Or 5 fingers. And
We do have a 5 finger discount.
during this time in the Gilded Bazaar, there are the following things that are open essentially around the clock. These things that you could just go and do.
Mm.
There is a pie eating contest that is
Oh,
held
no.
once every hour. There is an arm wrestling contest once every hour. There's also a drinking contest that
Oh.
starts at 3
Oh, this
p.m.
is tailored for us.
It starts at 3 p.m. So there's only so there's only 3 chances to take part in the drinking contest.
Mhm.
There is one of the activities you can do is a ring toss.
Is that every hour?
There no, these are like these that
It's
I'm
just,
listing
walk-up
now
attraction.
are
Oh,
just
that's-
like, carnival attractions.
I gotcha.
There's ring tossing. There is pin the tail on the dragon. There is smash the gourd. There is pull the rope. Are 4 of the
Okay.
common like.
Ah,
We need Goose for the pull the rope.
Do we
and
though? Because
then-
I can wild shape.
Oh, that's true.
Wild shape into a diagoose.
We can polymorph
There
into like
is-
this big buff guy.
Just polymorph Nana
Okay.
into Nana, but with the biggest arms you can
I
figure
got
out.
you guys. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Then
We are so cheap to get everything.
the Palace of Promiscuity open door buffet starts at 11 a.m. and closes at 2 p.m.
Arthur, no.
Also,
no,
thank you
Arthur-
so much.
Arthur doesn't want
Larsipan is taking notes in chat as well. Thank you.
Oh,
Larsipan.
excellent.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you,
so
Last
lovely.
Man.
Okay.
was it
Why?
open? leg
11
buffet?
a.m. till 2 p.m. and it's an open door buffet, and it says all profits go to the families of those who lost someone in the battles.
Oh.
Oh,
so-
so when are we getting, Arthur's reimbursement?
No one knows. Let me double check what the next is. And then we have at noon, first round of the main Colosseum battle start.
Yep.
You can add here if you want that they have during the entire day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do have open door policy in just fist fighting, just one-on-one little scuffles.
Get Arthur drunk and then fist fight. Sounds fun.
At 1 p.m., the Twilight Theater is housing a reenactment.
I'm not missing that.
And I believe then there is nothing really scheduled until 3 p.m. when the second round of the Colosseum battle start.
Oh, but that's when the drinking contest starts.
Yeah, but the drinking contest is like every hour. We have 3 chances.
No, the
there.
drinking contest only has 3. Yeah, 3 goes.
Yeah.
Right.
We go a different time.
Yeah. And
Well, we
then
split
I can tell you that at 6 p.m. the last round, the finals of the Colosseum battles. And then
Oh, is
for
it-
the winner, for those who win the final round of the Colosseum battle, They get to have a dinner with the king at 9 p.m., a late night dinner.
Right.
But also, the runner-ups or anyone who participated in the arena battles, except for the winners, they can they get invitation to the champions dinner in the Palace of Promiscuity at 8 p.m. That comes with a 3-course meal and entertainment.
Nice.
Okay, I've got it all. I'm putting it in the dice tray for you. I got you.
I got the ones that Rudy's taking part in.
I got it all. I even put it in like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Josie, can I be your secretary?
what? Yeah, sure. Wonderful. I love that. So various things will take various amounts of time during this. We're gonna let the party have a long rest. We might go to an early break to set everything up.
Yeah,
But
that's what
basically, you can do various things during this day. But all of these events take, most of them take about an hour. Example, if you decide to go shopping in the Gilded Bazaar, you can buy 3 items within an hour. That accounts for browsing, essentially. But once you've bought 3 items, once you've actively bought 3 items, an hour will have passed. If you partake in any games in the Gilded Bazaar, you can take part in 2 of them in 1 hour.
Nice.
That makes sense.
That includes the contests and any of the smaller carnival games. But you get
Sweet.
2
Oh,
carnival
cool, okay.
activities in an hour.
Ah,
We can do a lot.
Yeah,
That's
the
okay.
arena battles start at the time I said, and they last for an hour because they include prep time, safety talks,
Yep.
and then like wind down after the battle itself.
Yeah.
So they take an hour each. If you take part in the open arena fisticuffs battle, you can do up to 3 matches in 1 hour. And the way they work is you pay they have in-house fighters that like people can come and brawl against,
right.
and you pay any amount you want, at least 5 copper, and you get to choose who you want to fight. And if you win, you get a certain amount of money back, depending on who you decided to fight.
Right. Depending on the odds, kind of thing.
Yes.
Right.
The mass.
Where's
Remember
Goose when
the
you
dead.
need him?
Yeah, the Remember the Dead mass lasts for an hour. The Twilight Theater reenactments also last for an hour, but they do have running like little plays on their side stages. So you can opt to take a short rest at those, which is also 1 hour.
Nice.
And then at the open door buffet also takes 1 hour of time and also constitutes as a short rest. The champions dinner, for those who did not win the dinner with the king, that dinner takes 2 hours. The dinner with the king takes 2 hours. So there's like, and if you choose to do anything outside of the mentioned activities, we'll probably say that your activity takes an hour.
That makes sense.
Sounds good.
And this is just
Yeah.
to make sure that we keep rolling. Time is passing.
Yeah, that's all good.
Quick
Makes sense.
question.
Yes.
You said buying 3 items is an hour.
Mm-hmm.
How many items can I steal in an hour without getting caught?
That is up to your dice rolls, but I will say 3 items is still an hour.
Okay.
But
I'll pick my 3
if you
Gotta
get
case
caught,
the joints, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like we've got a lot
wait
to
for
do,
the
so we should probably
opportunity.
get on that break and then.
Yeah. So we will
Yeah,
go to
we need to
a quick
discuss
early
them.
break. We'll go to a quick early break. Go visit the bathroom.
We'll run some
Go
ads as
refill
well.
your
Those
drink.
of us who do that.
Run some ads. Get a
Can I-
stretch.
I've got one
Crack some
quick
joints.
question while I'm thinking about it. Did the flyer mention anything about the entrance requirements for this main battle? Or sign-up times?
Well, the sign-up time would be noon at the latest that you need to be there. It would say that it's recommended that it is at least 4 people in
Right, so
any
it's a-
participating
it's
group.
It's a group battle
Yes.
thing. Okay.
And it does say, like, fight it says like fight against massive beasts caught in the mountains. Prove your worth in the arena.
Oh, so it's not a party versus party thing. It's a party versus. It's a PVE contest.
I see.
Is there a map attached to the flyer at all?
No.
Dang it. Are there
Cool.
any maps I can ask for maybe before?
I mean, there are city maps. You passed one in the park where it says you are here.
That's true. Okay. I need to find one.
Cool.
and study
I'm
one.
excited.
Yeah, and you've had Rudy guiding you the whole time. And for that purpose, Aussie actually has a map of the city that he's using for reference. He even has a little legend attached to it, so like key locations are marked out.
Okay, one more question. What time did you say is the Morn charity?
10 a.m. No, the charity?
The charity.
The charity
That's the open door
the
buffet.
charity
right?
lunch. Yeah, that's the buffet.
Oh, okay, okay. So I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, the buffet has a sort of like pay what you feel like, but all profits go to like families who lost someone in this skirmish.
There wasn't a specific time on that though, was there?
It says it's open from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Ah.
I was hoping it was a put in the name of the person you lost here kind of thing. I was gonna
No.
put in Arthur's name
They put
as
they-
Artie.
they put together like they have a charity pot that is then divvied out among those who lost them.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, scratch off one more plan off my list. Can you?
I'm
I'm
gonna quickly
studying
refill
this
my water then.
schedule like it's an RPG
You're right.
game, and it's a Persona game, and I have to get everything done in one day.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it is essentially like if you want to, you can min-max the time, make your own schedule. Like if there's
I've-
anything particular, you know, that
I've
type of
already
person. Like I want to do this thing, I want to do this thing.
I've made it so I can get to pretty much everything. I just have to decide on which games and which contests.
Lars Penn is asking if George is going to pretend to
Got
be someone who wants of that charity money.
Oh yeah, Artie. I was gonna be Arthur's son again. And meanwhile, also spread a rumor about the game, like that Arthur was the one that actually did it, but not mention Arthur's name specifically. Just say my father died. It was such a big part of the battle, and no one gave him credit, and then just disappear into the night.
Disappear into the night. Well, I'm gonna swap up
chaos.
some of this music, and then I'm gonna go on a quick break as well. I hope you're ready for this.
Are we ready for this? Ba, 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 ba. I hear crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Quick question. If Rudy wins
Yes.
one pie eating contest, can he
Mhm.
enter another?
Yes.
So theoretically, he could win every single pie eating contest.
And Gude, you're right. Technically, Arthur, your pretend stepdad or your pretend dad did die in the battle in the jungle.
Yes.
Oh no.
Pretend stepdad. No, he is my biological father.
Oh
Oh
no.
god.
Oh no.
I even met my
what
grandfather.
plots being hatched?
George is gonna try to get some of that charity pot because you know his dad Arthur Ormlett did die in the fight.
Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna be right back.
We need a way to like legally distance ourselves from George as the Vanguard of the Black, you know?
Listen, I never signed the papers. Arthur signed the papers for me, so this is Arthur's fault if you guys get roped into it.
Hmm.
George wasn't going to sign them because he wanted to give you guys plausible deniability. So you can blame Arthur for this.
I mean, we blame Arthur for a lot of things.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, so what are we all doing? I'm assuming Nana's going drinking. Rudy's going eating.
I think Nana and Rudy are going to be doing the drinking contest. Are going to do at least one drinking contest together because Rudy can't get alcohol poisoning.
It's true.
Is that carnival music?
Love
It
it.
totally is.
Oh no!
Okay.
Love it.
So what you're saying is you want to cheat at the drinking contest?
I mean,
Oh, we're cheating at every game, right?
we're cheating at everything. Yeah. The only thing
Like-
we can't really cheat at is the battles. Yeah.
We can cheat in the battles because it's 4-person. I can sit out and just.
Oh no, it's not. It's
Inspire
not
you.
4-person. It's recommended at least 4-person.
Yeah, you guys better not leave me out.
You guys can do it.
Arthur
While
can
George
solo it.
is up
It's-
to.
no,
things.
I think
worry
it's
about it.
solo it.
Oh my god! While you guys are in the battle, I'm gonna go rig the bets.
Yes. That.
Oh, you know what?
I have many
Set
gift
yourself
rich
up as a
plans
bookie.
for this festival.
No,
Set
set
yourself
yourself up as
hang
a
on.
bookie.
Hang on, I just want to
I'm
say,
gonna do that tonight. before
we're
this,
here
I
to
hope
make
you
a
guys
name
know.
for ourselves in a good way.
Yeah, and George
Yeah,
can.
they don't need to
can-
know. I can change form.
Yeah,
No,
He's
so
George
this
can
great.
is
drum
me
up.
talking as player as Roger. Gerald is 100% against any shenanigans, but I'm saying that George should absolutely set themselves up as a bookie.
Well, George could set the odds in that, like, if the Vanguard wins, then the payout is immense, and
Yeah.
then like people are like, oh my god, the underdogs, like, holy moly, how did this happen?
'Cause honestly, George can skip most of the events and it'd be fine. So I can just go around doing the bets ahead of time, kind of thing. I will put your guys' name down as something really fucking silly. No one will vote for you.
Well, no, we want to be under the. Oh, I suppose it's really
Yeah,
just
we
want to
be the underdogs, so then the odds of us winning are like
Yeah,
it gives us a really big.
But we do
payout.
also keep in mind we are also using this as a PR exercise
Mm,
as
Ah,
well.
that's true.
So
You're right. Okay,
so
so
we-
we will put you guys under the Vanguard of the Black.
mm.
We'll
But
just.
no one seems to really care about the Vanguard here, so
yeah, exactly. We still want to be like. I reckon we want to. We want to be. What's the word? We still want to be unexpectedly successful.
Yeah.
So before George goes to bed, I'm gonna ask Josie if I can find a place to be a bookie or find bookies or something like that, so that I can get information before bed. Then the next morning, if I need to do anything at the very start of the day, I can do that while you guys do your games and stuff, right?
if that's what you want to do, yeah.
That way I can pre-establish, my place in the bookies.
You could claim you some big shot from Ebenspire.
That won't be hard. Bullshit.
So
What's my bluff?
Arthur wants to arm wrestle.
Just flash the
He
scroll
wants
from the
to
queen.
drink.
Don't give it to them.
And
Flash
he
the
wants
floor
to do a hand-to-hand fight, and then the main fight.
Well, it looks like you'll have to, because the drinking contest, they're after 3, but if they're, I feel like you'll have to, because we all have to go into the battle at midday, if we're all going to join in the battle.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's-
think
we
you could
have to be
probably
there
do
for
the
first
drinking
round.
contest at like 4,
Yeah, I think
which
so.
then would give you time to recover.
Oh yeah.
So that's my fear, because like Rudy doesn't feel the effects of alcohol.
Right. So he could just go.
Yeah, he can do the drinking contest and still fight. Whereas Arthur and Nana, I mean, Nana's pretty good, but Arthur,
Well, if it's
What's-
constitution based, I'll be honest, Nana's not that good, but
Yeah,
because
but
she
Nana-
has like
yeah.
the, like the god or whatever, she might be okay.
what's
but,
your constitution bonus?
it's
what's
just a
it?
+1.
What
I
about
feel
you?
like wouldn't the god just want you to
Plus
get
two.
drunk? I don't think he's going to
Same.
stop
Yeah.
you.
Rudy, if you really want to cheat, just do the tether thing with Nana.
No, tether
that-
Like
doesn't
if-
really help with saving throws. It's more of a yeah. What's your constitution saving throw? Sorry, Orb.
Especially
Minus
after
2.
they do their thing.
The constitution saving throw is -2.
No. My saving throw is +2.
Okay, right.
Oh,
You
sorry,
have
mine is
a
also +2.
ice
I was
cream
looking at
cone?
regu- I know. I was just writing that in his chat.
Yeah,
Here.
mint choc chip drumstick.
JR.
I have inquiries.
Okay, I'm back. So who has questions?
Buddha has questions.
Who to ask question?
Before the bedtime,
Mhm.
do I have time to go look around to see if there are bookies or to be able to establish myself as a bookie for the events tomorrow?
No,
Curveball.
there is no time to do that right now.
Okay. That's what I want to do in the morning then.
Okay. So you're gonna use your first hour to just create a reputation within the Circle of Wonders. Is that your plan?
I think so. I think that's the best bet. So then by the time that the Coliseum stuff happens,
Okay.
we get money. Listen,
Wow.
I'm poor. I need money.
What time does Nana need to sleep into?
I think Nana would actually go to bed pretty early, like considering that she
Like,
kind of wants to
I'm
be
just gonna
prepared.
say for metagaming purposes, you'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay.
So you can all take a long rest.
Yay! Sorry, I'm still figuring out my
You
spells.
feel free to look through your spells if that's anything you want to adjust.
We changed.
Yeah.
Arthur's gonna look. Arthur looked.
I'm gonna ask Rudy before bed as well. Rudy, it says in the flyer that that it's creatures from up in the mountains. Being from this region, do you happen to know what or have any idea what kind of creatures these might be?
That is a very good question, Gerald. One that I will answer after rolling
some
a
History check
history check.
or nature check, your choice. Here are the creatures, by
They're
the way.
both as bad as each other,
Ooh.
so we will just roll the history, I suppose. Get a 15. You know what? I'm gonna buff that up a little bit with some
Listen
extra
to
knowledge.
the voices of the people who died fighting these monsters.
Yes.
See if they can tell you some secrets.
Well-
So that's a 15.
Terrible!
That is a 21.
Okay, so here's what happens. You sit down and have a think, and you listen to the constant cacophony of dead people talking and whispering in your ear, wanting their voices to be heard. And one of them catches your interest, someone who says, "I've seen the beasts they keep. And I've seen the multi-legged serpent that spews lightning. I've seen the amphibious one with 3 eyes, and I've seen the burrowing dogs of stone."
So when Rudy's getting this information, first of all he goes, "Oh, the lovely chap just to your right there, Gerald, has actually seen a lot of these beasts." And when the voice is describing it, Rudy's like doing charades to try and like.
Yeah.
So what was the first one again? Sorry, Josie. It was the
multi-legged serpent that spews lightning.
Sorry.
And then the amphibious one with 3 eyes.
Rudy, he's just.
Yep.
And then the I think I said like the burrowing dogs of stone.
He dives into a nearby pile of pillows and burrows in there.
What are
I
you doing?
love the interpretive dancing.
I'm
Rudy.
trying to explain what these creatures are. I mean, they sound terrifying.
That's, honestly, you're concerning me more right now. But that is precisely the information I needed to know. Thank you, Rudy.
You would be a little bit wanting to act out a little bit if you could hear
Do
the
I
cacophony that
smell lightning resistance?
You are exactly right.
Don't call me out like this too. Looking at my energy
You're like, oh,
protection
protect
spell.
energy from energy.
Yeah, 100%. That is exactly what I was hoping to glean.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It
well, you're
also
welcome.
says it also does say that there are like grand prizes to be had in the Colosseum.
I guess maybe I'll take off call lightning because you feel like maybe electricity isn't really that like
Yeah, I don't know.
whatever.
I mean,
Well, it's a good thing
but
George
there's
is
other
not
monsters
fighting
there.
because I am electric magic based. I'm an electric type Pokemon. I'm
Maybe I shouldn't put on
electrifying.
water spells. That sounds like a bad idea.
That's good. I will change my fiendish resilience to lightning.
Yeah, I was assuming. But yes, you are all awoken around 8:30 a.m. the next morning. There's a knock on the door.
Who is it?
It is Ajar. Breakfast is served.
At this,
thank-
Rudy is at the door. He's like, yes, excellent, fantastic. Thank you, Asham.
George is like a step behind him because he wants to eat breakfast as quickly as possible and go do the first plan so then he doesn't miss the charity.
You get down and there's already a lot of people eating. Like it's a large crowd. The people who've been staying here at this inn are currently, and everyone is. There's an excitement. There's a buzz in the air. Someone's sitting there going like, "Okay, so what game are we going to first? Okay. I am sure that this year I'm gonna pull the grand prize on the ropes." And another one goes like, "I'm not gonna play any games. I'm going to make sure to buy the things I've been looking at." Because it's a discount, you know? And another one goes like, I'm just gonna hang by the theater and you can come find me when you're done. Bring something to eat.
That's the
please."
introvert friend.
That's me.
I love that friend.
Is there someone boasting about their pie eating skills
Oh no.
at all, Josie?
Oh, Rudy.
I mean, you're passing by. These are like things you pick up as you're going close. There's still that like muffle, so you only pick these up as you're passing tables. But you can see people are having like animated conversations, and some are just sitting quiet and looking around. You can see this elderly couple that's in the corner that's just sipping tea and looking around, just to be having a nice time.
I was hoping to intimidate one of them, but that's okay.
There is a lot of fish and goat's cheese served this morning. You get like almost like a platter of sashimi that is served with various types of cheese.
Cheese.
Yes, and you also get like a really nice mead to drink. Like a very low alcohol content mead is served.
So good.
Now, if
And
any of you...
it is very sweet, and it has like a kick of ginger in it.
I'm guessing I don't get any since I'm on the child ticket.
I can't tell if Cuddy was disappointed or.
No, I just
some.
wanted some. Like it just sounded really good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it has that.
I'm
It has
so
that like
in.
peppery aftertaste that ginger can give.
Josie, you're killing me.
Mhm.
You're killing me. Nana will sneak you some mead, George. She'll just kind of slide.
Okay, I need to
Went
stay
over to
sober
me.
for my plans. It's okay.
Now, if
So
any
this-
of you are choosing to challenge me in the pie eating contest, make sure you keep your appetites.
I don't think anyone
Rude.
could.
So then I could get.
We know you. Who would?
Exactly. And with this,
Sorry,
Rudy
yeah.
loads up his plate.
Carbon up.
Oh, sorry, Guda, I talked over you. What were you saying?
No, it's okay. This works fine actually because he's loading up his food. I want to make sure everyone sees how much food he's eating for later.
Okay.
That's what Rudy was
Smart.
gonna do. Catch the eye of anyone who looked like they were like saving themselves for the pie eating contest and like was just gonna eat a lot, boasting about how he's gonna win. But you're right, the muffled audio won't really allow for that.
Do also want to put this out here now, Josie. Whenever George isn't pointedly doing something else, he's going to hang around the party who are doing games, and he's going to be in the crowd, disguised, taking
Okay.
bets and making them see. Like Rudy, he's going to be like, "That skinny guy, ugh, I bet he eats like, I don't know."
Okay.
But then he's going to bet on Rudy to win, and then Nana's like, "That's my tiny little gnome," but then bet on her to win.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. I think Cuddly found a cool spell.
I
No,
think
no,
so, too.
it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's fine.
So yeah, you have breakfast. You have breakfast. It is very nice. It is a very should we say lean breakfast? Like it doesn't really come with a lot of carbs. It's got protein and fat. So it's like it's very very solid feeling. You don't get like that bready fullness. Instead, you feel like you've had quite a bit to eat, and you're still feeling like good day ahead of you. And I'm gonna say by 9:30, you're all fed, you're all ready, and you can leave for the city. And you're
Just quickly, does Arthur have any attunement slots open?
Arthur does not.
What have you got?
Arthur has the Cloak of Phantom Steed,
Mhm.
the Corpse Slayer Bow,
Mhm.
and the Wound Closure.
Would you, for the purposes of this, like to unattune from the cloak and attune
Yes.
the belt?
Yes.
The belt.
Yes.
Arthur would, yes.
Oh, I'm so
The
happy.
belt.
So,
it's
Forgot
a
about
belt
that
of
belt.
hill giant strength, I believe.
stone giant strength.
Stone giant,
Yeah.
that's the one, yes.
no.
So it's 20, is it 23 or 25?
23 strength. It'll put you up
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
So I'm gonna be like,
Arthur looks
Arthur,
skinny too, right?
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
lean.
I
Oh,
don't
this is gonna
normally,
be so easy.
I don't
getting
normally
that
condone this kind of thing, but I think for the purposes of what we need to achieve today, you should attune to this belt. And I'll hand him the belt.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I will do great things with this belt.
Remember, we're holding
Oh,
it. For
that was a
goose,
shiver down my spine.
Ultimately,
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So while Orb is sorting that out, I'm gonna ask, what will everyone be doing for their first hour of festival day?
Hand-to-hand fight.
well, before the
And
festival
in fact, you're
starts,
going straight towards the arena.
I love that.
they're
Okay.
doing the Nana thing before the festival, though, right?
I think
The
so. Or is
intention
that
was,
during?
but if that's just
If that's too
may as well
hard, then
just
that's
use it for the
okay. We
first
can just
hour,
go
yeah,
during that.
but-
Yeah.
yeah. So Nana and Rudy will be going to the cathedral.
You
Yeah.
feel like, considering what time it is, you'd probably arrive along with any crowd that is going to the mass.
Oh,
That's
that's
even
okay. Yeah.
better. We will slip in unnoticed.
That's what
and
we'll
then we
do.
can
Yeah.
Ask around.
Okay. So Nana and Rudy are heading to the cathedral. So we're
do
gonna just
you-
set that group aside.
Do you need my assistance, Rudy, Nana?
Well,
Or-
look at it this way, Gerald. You're not a big fan of Urgatho, are you?
Oh no!
And we're going to
terrifying.
go to the cathedral that is entirely dedicated to worshipping her.
Point taken. But if you look, if you need me though,
That's very kind, Gerald, but I want you to go and enjoy the festivities, and Rudy and I will be back before you know it.
all right. Well, in that case, maybe I'll take
Go
a
get that
gander
permit.
yes, first of all, I'll get that permit, and then maybe I'll spend a little bit of time wandering around and seeing if there's anything good for
I will
sale.
say Gerald's first hour will have to do with the permit.
Of course, there's so much bureaucracy in this place. I
Yeah,
wouldn't-
you're gonna have to do a written test, an oral examination. You're gonna have to sign papers.
Yeah.
Oh my
All right.
God.
So
That's
yes,
amazing.
that's what I'll be doing the first hour.
It's more or less like, here, read all of these documents, sign your name that you've read them all and understand them all,
Mhm,
and stuff like that. And then you have to do one of these 30-hour courses where someone goes through the basics, you know?
I don't have 30 hours. Oh God.
Oh shit, 30 minutes. I meant 30 minutes. You know, one of those short mini classes.
Yeah.
This
What
is the right way to hold a broom.
I mean, it's not so much about broom. It's places you're not allowed to go, rules
Restricted
to follow,
airspace and stuff. Yeah.
restricted airspace.
I've got a pilot's license. I know all about it.
They're very what's one particular zone they're very insistent on not allowing people to fly over?
the Academy City, or the Academy Town, and the castle and the prison. Those three are the big no-nos.
No fly zones.
Yeah, you will essentially be told that you will be shot on sight. Like that is
Fair.
that is bad. You are not allowed under any circumstances. Like no matter the excuse, you are not allowed. George, what are you doing first hour? Are you following Arthur to establish yourself as a bookie by the arena?
If I do that, will I miss the getting the handouts thing?
What handouts?
Or I think I'm confusing myself.
There are no handouts.
Okay.
I just said that any profit the palace makes will
Okay.
go to those who lost someone. I never
But
said
Josie,
when
what
it
George
happened.
hears is handouts.
George hears there will be a big bowl of money somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is exactly it.
Yes,
George is
I'm
just
gonna
imagining
go-
that they put all the money in one of those like big round bowls with just a little hole at the top.
Yeah.
Yes, like Squid Game,
Yeah,
and that's what the Colosseum is.
that's what George is thinking. That's not at all what's actually happening, but I will allow you to believe that.
George wholeheartedly believes that. He is gonna go to the arena to establish himself.
Okay. So, I think we'll do Gerald first, because we pretty much already said what Gerald will be going through for his first
Yeah.
hour. You do have to pay a 5 gold fee
All right.
to get this, and this is a day pass. This only lasts today.
Oh,
Ugh.
grumbled
Yeah,
on
If you
Gerald.
want
Why?
a longer lasting one, you have to do like proper things that's more involved, takes longer.
Ugh.
But yeah, you get to sign a bunch of papers, you get to wait in line for a long time. There's a lot of people apparently who's thinking like, oh, I'll just get a day pass and I can avoid the crowds. And everyone had that idea.
That's how they get you. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Everyone had that idea of like, oh shit, so, like you see a bunch of air genasi who are like, oh, we'll just use our levitate spell, like our levitation abilities, and it's like, yeah, but we gotta get our permits.
Are you telling me those fast pass tickets are a scam? Is that what
Yes.
you're saying, Josie? Oh my gosh.
I mean, you still have to queue.
Dang.
You just get to queue before the other people. But that's what fast pass is.
Yeah, don't
Yep.
tell me that.
It's
I'm
just
getting one
a
for
queue
Universal
before the
Studios.
queue.
Oh dear.
So yeah, that's Gerald. You have to pay 5 gold, and you spend an hour like signing papers, waiting in line.
Wow.
Just being generally like low level frustrated.
Yes, you are not having a great time.
Yep.
There's also, you get questioned a lot if your billowing cloak is not a safety hazard, like don't tangle it and stuff when you're flying by signs, stuff like that. They it's like they're trying to come up with excuses to see. They're not telling you no. They're just trying to see if they can get you frustrated enough to just leave. You know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Like they're just trying to make it as hard as possible for you. Okay. We're gonna hop to Rudy and Nana.
Yes.
You head towards the cathedral in Ivory. As you get closer, you see there's a lot of people heading that direction, actually.
Oh.
And there's a big sign. You see what looks like 2 people who are just standing outside. A boy and a girl seem to be in their early teens. They have seem to be of a similar physical age to what George is. And they're just greeting everyone who steps in. You see there's a large sign that says Mass in Remembrance. And it says to remember those who gave their lives, to remember that they will always be with us, and that being dead is not a bad thing. People are entering. Lots of people. You do clock that there seems to be mostly families who did lose someone.
Mm.
There is
Mm.
definitely a sense of mourning attached to
Mm.
all of this.
Would there be an opportunity, like, would there be, like, one of the children, because I'm assuming there'd be a few just running around preparing things and organizing, like, the various, bits and bobs that need to go on. would there be...
You don't see anything out here. You're currently still in line.
Oh,
You
okay,
just
right.
see the
Oh,
two.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Nana,
Yes.
if there's one thing that I request, it's that we do not catch the attention of the High Priestess.
Oh, yes, I'll do my best.
Yeah, I mentioned last night that I didn't leave on the best of terms. Those terms...
Something about slaying.
Yeah, it might have involved a ceremonial scythe. We just don't... We want to try and avoid that if possible, okay?
Well, how about if you... I'm not sure what the High Priestess looks like. So if you see them, you let me know if we
I will
need
put
to
them out.
go. And we'll
Yes.
just go. It's all right. I already
Oh,
appreciate
no, we
you
don't need
taking me
to
here.
go. We just need to go the other way.
Why don't you just pop into the other realm if you see them?
Oh, I can't do that today. I need to, And Rudy, leans down and whispers, resurrect the dead tonight.
Oh, I forgot this. Yeah.
At this point, you enter the actual chambers. You pass through the little front room where they take people's cloaks. And you enter into a large sanctum, a large church-like space. There are pews that are filling with people. They have added in extra seats, extra benches. Rudy, you recognize a few of the chairs come from the feast halls below, from the dormitories where the children and the teens live. And you do see, at the front, by the altar, the High Priestess. She's wearing a thicker veil than you remember. You can't make out her facial features, and she's currently talking to a couple. But she's at the far end, and you can see on the left-hand side of the lifted altar section, there's the door towards the dormitory, where you grow up. But also the chambers of the High Priestess. To the right leads down towards the feasting halls, the kitchen, the mausoleum. You hear an organ play, and a small child's choir singing. They're letting people in.
As we file in, Rudy would nudge Nana and indicate to the High Priestess.
Nana nods.
You're inside this room. You hesitate for a moment, staying just inside the doors, as the rest of the gathering come in, and they take seat. 3-4 minutes later, the doors close behind you. You see the teens that were outside. They're closing the door. They're lighting candles. One of them is talking to an elderly man who came alone and is leading him to a seat. Nana, you see beautiful, beautiful stained glass windows portraying graveyards, portraying large meals. You see portraying people in reverence, and a beautiful pale woman with raven black hair. You see a lot of places around, you see bones and skulls embedded into the stonework. But they have been, how should we say, decorated, treated with reverence. As the High Priestess steps up to the podium and speaks. Welcome. Welcome all who join us in loving remembrance. Please take a seat. Stand if you will. Do not hesitate to let your emotions run wild. This is a safe place where we remember that the dead are still with us. As long as we keep them in our hearts and in our memory, they will never be gone. They will forever be here. Those who gave their lives left a legacy. With all of us, she gestures towards the whole crowd. We are their legacy. They've gave their lives, and they now rest in the embrace of the princess. They are at peace. They did this for us. You must never, ever blame the dead. No one dies without reason. Every death leaves greatness behind. Every death is a lesson for those who remain. Every death brings us closer to life. It gives us joy in knowing that they did something so great for us. No matter how they pass, be it to defend their realm, in sickness, with age. Death isn't pointless. Death is beautiful, and it comes to us all. One day, we will all face the princess embrace, and we will cherish it. And it will be meaningful. Those who died in the jungles these past months, do not forget them. Remember their names. Remember your experiences with them. Take it to heart. Learn from what they did. Learn from their mistakes. Learn from their shortcomings. But do not blame them for it. Never ever blame someone for what they left behind, because they did leave behind. They left behind life. When someone dies, it reminds us how fickle life can be, how beautiful it can be. And we must remember that. We must remember the dead so that we may live. Mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, uncles, friends, loved ones. As long as you remember them, remember what they taught you, remember their mistakes, remember their achievements. As long as you do that, you are honoring them. And that is beautiful. Sobs break out amongst the pews and the people. Clapping of hands.
Nana turns to Rudy and goes, I don't always agree with Ergothoa, but I can see why you follow her.
Yes, there is a beauty in death that not many can understand. And while it may seem that me doing some of the things I do directly violates that, boundary of life and death, I would like to think that until we can serve that purpose and leave something behind for future generations, it is not yet my time or our time.
The preaching of Gafia Ednofi, the head priestess. They go on for some time. They talk about personal anecdotes of people who were lost. And you see that one by one, group by group, people walk over to a large, almost like a a mosaic, a collage. You see shards of bone that have been fitted together to create this matronly bust with her hands stretched forward. And in her hands, she holds this large bowl of wax. And people take turns just lighting little wicks and giving a quiet prayer. You hear people who pray for the dead ones. You hear people who pray for the ones who are alive and might be facing death soon. You hear someone pray for a long-lost relative who they haven't heard from in a while. And most all of them mention in their prayers that if the person is dead, may they actually rest in peace, in beautiful, beautiful peace. May their death be a comfort, not only to those who die, but to those who are left behind, that they can feel reassured that the dead are not suffering. Rudy, you've been one of those children standing next to that altar, giving people words of encouragement, affirmations. Even though people pray, and they seem thankful, they try really hard to be grateful for the dead. Not all will succeed. It is hard to accept death for many. And they will come back many times before they finally do. You hear children sobbing. You hear parents sobbing. Your grandparents.
Nana. This is the end result. If Jalira has her way, isn't it? This, even though, this whole prayer is for not feeling sadness for the dead, you can sense it too, the overwhelming grief.
Oh, Rudy, yes, that's a very natural part of it.
This is what we need to stop. This is what we're here to do. Any means necessary.
As you're speaking, a 7, 8-year-old child wrests their arm from the grips of a family member and runs towards the door. They can't quite reach the handle, and you can hear them trying to hold back sobs. You still being in the back of the cathedral, you hear this child just break down and weep.
It's so sad.
Nana, do you have any good berries on you?
Oh, of course, yes. And she has still a reasonable amount. I'd say she'd at least have one.
Rudy would sort of silently sort of move on over next to the child and sort of crouch down next to them. What you're feeling is natural. It's okay to be sad. However, we must remember that those who have passed would not want us to stop moving forward. And while I know it hurts, and Rudy hands him the good berry, I guarantee after you finish eating this, and you walk out that door, you will feel a little bit better, knowing that they have given you this opportunity to keep moving forward.
Are you sure?
I guarantee it.
But and you see like the face contort in ways only children can do. The whole face just scrounges up. But why? But why? You see the kid takes the berry from you, puts it in their mouth, and starts chewing. And then just sort of like, just walks up and hugs your leg. I didn't want him to go. He said he'd be back.
I know. None of us want them to go.
And you hear a voice, Jonathan, come back here. As a woman comes, like, sort of like walking up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Thank you. And she takes the child by the hand and opens the door and says, Let's go play some games, okay? Okay. And they leave and you hear the door close. A heavy, heavy thud. These large oak doors. People are starting to move around. The main mass seems to have ended. They're mingling, talking between each other. There's a group talking to the altar, children, teens. You also see, next to Gafia, you see someone that you haven't seen before, wearing a priestess robes. And also has a thin veil in front of her face, similar to what Gafia would wear before. But it looks like they're busy. If there's somewhere you wanted to sneak, now might be your best opportunity.
Yeah. Josie, before we sneak anywhere,
Yeah.
this was just... I know we all talked about the big bowl of money that doesn't exist. Would there be a collection for families or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
Would it up by the...
It is by the bust with the candles. There is a little like collection, an alms box, if you will.
Okay, that'll be Nana's last stop because she doesn't want to draw attention to Rudy. Yeah.
Right, Nana,
Yes.
I feel like now might be a good time. Let's move on to the dormitories. That might be our best shot at finding a lead.
Oh, yeah, lead the way.
So yeah, Rudy would sort of make his way with the crowd. He would probably, because like he's veiled up as well in a way, so he would. I mean, while it wouldn't be the exact same sort of veil, it would kind of blend in to a point, wouldn't it?
You do. Well, you have a similar air to you that the people of the clergy might.
So yeah, Rudy would sort of like, Nana, act like I'm guiding you. Wait,
All right,
I've been
well,
doing that
you
anyway,
are,
aren't
so I don't really have to act.
Act like I worship Ergothoa and that I'm guiding you somewhere in the temple.
This is weird because you're just saying what is happening. No, it's
Excellent,
like
Nana. That's
weird.
exactly the sort of acting I need from you right now. And yeah, Rudy would sort of like, with the confidence that only someone who has been there knows exactly where they're going. Like, essentially, no one would question. He's giving off the air that like he's meant to be there, and that he's guiding a older gnome, somewhere in particular, so that he probably shouldn't be stopped. Maybe.
As you're heading towards the entrance to the dormitory, you pass by a painting that you've seen many a times, Rudy. It is a painting of a fireplace with a pale woman with raven black hair sitting on someone's bed, just caressing their face. You pass it by, you enter the door. You're now in a fairly narrow corridor. There are several doors on each side. You know that on the left-hand side, the first room is the High Priestess quarters. On the right-hand side, you have guest quarters for visiting clergy. And further down, you have 2 dormitories. They aren't big. They have about 6 beds each. And further in, there is another path downwards that would circle back through the bottom floor into the mausoleum and the feasting halls. There's also a spiral staircase that leads up, where there's a little bit of a classroom of sorts where you would have had your studies, because you were still given a basic education.
Rudy would head to the dormitories of the older children.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially he's looking for a child and wants to try and like flag them down.
You enter one of the dormitories and you do see there is two people. Seems to be one older, maybe 15-year-old, is helping an 8-year-old get dressed, essentially in these ceremonial robes.
Rudy.
They look up, and the older one says, "Excuse me, can I help you?"
When Rudy sees this, would he be able to notice any mistakes that the 8-year-old has in their clothing or their getup that he would be able to quickly fix, as a show of he as in a show of knowledge that he's meant to be there and knows?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Their underrobe seems to be inside out, and they decided to fold the hem of their socks, even though you're not supposed to, because they're supposed to cover all the way up.
Oh, young one, there, your underrobe inside out.
You see the teen looks as embarrassed as the child does.
No, don't. Don't worry. I used to be in your exact role many years ago. Actually, there's a query that you might be able to help me with. I'm looking for an elderly gnome that used to be around these parts. I've got a relative here that would like to see them. They went by the name of Gem. You wouldn't happen to know of a gnome by that name at all? They would have been very pale.
Yeah. She comes by every now and then. She visits.
Is she here now at all?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. But no, she isn't here. She left about a year ago.
You wouldn't happen to know where she said she was going?
Well, if I recall, she was summoned to the castle, and then she just came and got her belongings. And she visits maybe once a week. If you'd come by yesterday, she was here. Joined us for dinner.
At that point, Rudy sort of glances at Nanago. Just like...
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe we can. You said the castle is in the castle with the king and the.
Yes.
Oh, well, perhaps.
And it's in the process of trying to get the robes off this 8-year-old.
Oh, and the fold down there, the hem. You might want to fix that up too.
Okay. You see, like, as the teenager's trying to get the robe off, the kid just like bows down to start going for the socks, and it's like,
well, thank you very much. You've been extremely helpful. I really appreciate the assistance.
If she comes back, should I take a message?
And Nana just kind of glances at Rudy, not really knowing if it's like a safe place to leave.
You would know that Jem wasn't elderly, but Jem was pale.
Okay.
Yes, but only to Jem.
Okay.
Tell her that Rudy swung on by, and that he is happy and healthy.
Okay. You do see at the mention of the name Rudy, the teenager narrows their eyes a little bit.
Oops.
Well, I guess that is all. We should probably get going, Nana.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
And Rudy would guide Nana out.
Yeah, and Nana will make
As
it
you-
by the collection box. Yeah.
As you exit the room from the corridor back into the main hall, it doesn't take long before you hear a voice go, excuse me, hello, and you hear someone calling for you.
Yes, Rudy would stop and turn around.
I'm sorry. What were you doing back there? And you see this is the other priestess that was standing next to Gafia.
Oh, I was just showing my very good friend Nana here my old dormitories.
Your old dormitories?
Yes.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I am a fellow follower of the Pallid Princess, one who used to worship here a long time ago, who has been on a journey for quite some time. I happened to be in the area and dropped on by for the mass, and...
Very well. We appreciate your return. I just wanted to know that no one who wasn't allowed. But please, if you want to bring your friends on tours, ask first.
I apologize.
Of course, and we didn't even think about it. Thank you. And then it's like kind of steering them, like
She
"Thank you."
just watches you leave.
Rudy, who's that one?
I actually don't know who that was, Nana.
No, you did not recognize her.
Not at all.
We didn't recognize her.
Nope.
What kind of a check can I don't have anything special. I don't have anything
I mean, you
special.
could make a perception check, an insight check.
I kind of want to. Yeah, like I don't think it'll matter. They're the same score for me.
Rudy would do an insight as well.
Could I? Okay. I'm just using these because I don't want it to take 15 years. You know, I'm sorry. I promise to be
What do you
truthful.
mean?
We'll take a 28.
Oh,
28.
Should I even roll?
You know that she's wearing like
Hmm.
priestly robes, but you've never seen her before. But she's wearing the appropriate attire. You think she might be just someone who's come to help out. She might be new. She might be from somewhere else. You don't recognize her in any way, but looks like she knows what she's doing.
okay. And she's probably not with a 28. She's probably not a Jalira in disguise. I'm just asking.
There's nothing to indicate that she would be.
I'm not
Everyone is
traumatized. You're
Jalira.
traumatized. Okay. That's fine.
I mean,
Well,
that's the whole point of shape-shifting antagonists. They could be anyone.
yeah.
Nana, I'm
okay.
a little preoccupied with making sure that I don't run into the person who wants to flay me alive.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And look, a 28 is way better than a 12. I'm not even gonna- like, that's not even worth it. Don't even tell me anything. I don't want to.
How
know.
much does any one of you light a candle? Do you leave money in the alms box?
Rudy would light a candle, yes.
I would light one. Yeah, Nana would light one. And she would
Because it would be too suspicious if we just ran out of them.
Yeah, no, she would leave a gold coin as well.
Yeah, Rudy would also leave a gold coin.
You
For her
then
mom.
leave back into the city, and as you exit the doors, with the camera pans over towards the sand pits in the Colosseum.
Oh, here we go.
So everyone, that wholesome moment is about to get ruined. Just so you're aware. Just
We need comic
warning.
relief. It's okay.
I feel bad.
There is, as you get closer to the Circle of Wonders and the main Colosseum, you do see that there are a lot of people gathering around the main attraction. They're talking, there's lots of hubbub and chit-chat, and there's people like cleaning and preparing the arena itself. You see these 3 smaller fighting pits on the side. They're in a little bit of a dip, and there is a large board, if you will, where there's lots of papers, there's sign-ups. You see like pieces of charcoal is hung on little strings where people can sign up. And you see in every one of these rings, there are 3 people. Or there's 1 in every ring. You see in one of the rings, a tall bugbear. It looks like a goblin, but with lots of body hair, and it's got like wide shoulders and long arms. In one of the rings, you see a half-orcs that doing shadow punching currently, doing like a little bit of warm-ups. And in the 3rd ring, you see what essentially looks like a power builder, who's currently just doing stretches and like getting ready. On the billboard, there are sign-ups for these various, and you do know that fighting the bugbear, you get 1.5 times your money back if you win. Fighting the second one, you get 2 times your money, and if you fight the power builder and you win, you get 5 times your money back.
Damn.
There is a
All
big
right.
warning. There's a lot of guards around and volunteer guards, and there is actually like no illegal moves, no illegal betting. There's just a bunch of that going on around currently. There's like, it says no temporary magical enhancements allowed. Fists only.
Temporary physical enhancements. Does that?
So wait, we can't bet on these fights. It's just you win, you get money.
Yes. I mean, you can bet, you just can't get caught.
Oh, easy. Okay.
Also,
All
we
right,
want to
Arthur, we got 2
clarify: is armor okay? Nobody's.
You walk up to. Are you gonna walk up to essentially a judge?
Yeah.
Okay.
He would want to find out if he's currently what he is wearing is okay for the fight. Obviously, minus the weapons.
You walk up and you see a little halfling who's currently talking to some people who are signing their names on the boards. And you walk up and says, "Oh, daring do! You're gonna take on one of our fighters?
I would like to, actually, yes.
Well, good form, young man."
But I've got a couple of questions about the rules.
Of course, that's what I'm here for.
First one is, when I'm wearing, is it okay? As in,
We would ask that you remove any armor from your torso.
just from my torso.
Yes, please.
that-
Essentially, you're not allowed to wear any armor.
Okay.
You can still have the belt on.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I can still have the belt. Okay, yeah, that's no problem at all. So it's obviously closed fists.
Close
what-
fist, you're allowed to kick. You're allowed to please avoid the face, and
Yes.
just keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Okay, all right.
You're allowed to tap out at any moment if it's getting too
Yes.
much. You're allowed to simply call out that you forfeit, or
Yep.
one of our fighters might call out that they forfeit.
Right. Okay. I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. George.
Yeah. Come here for a second.
Oh, okay. I was gonna let you look after my weapons, but okay.
Yeah, I can do that, but come here first. Come here.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna just give my stuff to my friend here before we start.
No worries. Just sign your name on the forms and await your turn.
And Arthur signs it before he walks over to George.
All right.
Okay. Who
Yeah.
do you sign up to fight?
The second one, not the.
Okay.
Not,
The
not
one that
the-
gives double. The ones that give double money.
Yes.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
George. What's going on?
Arthur, we got 2 paths we could take here.
Yes.
One, you can intentionally tank the fight so that when we do the Coliseum layer, your odds are better for the group when we win more money. 2, you could just win and get the money.
I think I'll just win and get the money. I think
Please
that's
don't
the.
show up with 1 HP to the Coliseum.
George scratches another thing out of his notebook, circles another thing. Okay.
George,
As you're
taking
having this
notes.
conversation, you do hear a sudden from a small crowd around, and you turn over. You see this like really scarred-looking, like bruises and like marks all over his upper body. Half orc, maybe 3/4 orc, stands tall, and he's just clocked the bugbear on the solar plexus, and is like now lying on the ground, going like.
Oh.
And you see, like, he turns around and just goes like, "Any more takers? Anyone want to fight? Titus Quick Steel?" And he's just like showing off, standing there. And you see next to the arena, you see currently in the process of just doing an please, Titus, can we just take the money and go? You see an elf currently dressed in like brown and green robes that you have seen before in Bandoria.
Oh.
He's going like, "Titus, please don't make a deal out of this. Let's go before you actually get hurt and we won't be able to fight." And you see something familiar that both of you clock.
Oh.
Yes.
You see next to this elf an ochre red mastiff dog.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That looks exactly like Nana's K-Hound form.
Oh no!
As this half orc steps out of the fighting ring, walks over to the dog and gives him like, "Who's a good boy, Rumble? Who's a good boy, Rumble?" And then he walks over to the judge, who hands over, like, takes a little pouch and hands over a handful of coins.
All right. Sort of turns back to George and goes, "Look, as much as I want to go talk, I need to keep my mind focused. Otherwise, I will lose." But
Either way, it'll be fine because either way, it'll establish either for later or we win money now. So either way is fine. I gotta go so I can make money so I can watch you fight.
what where you go? And then like
I'm going.
George is walking off.
George
It's like,
already
so
Don't
Arthur's-
sell my things.
Yeah, as you're turning around, you see the little halfling go, sir, I didn't quite catch your name."
Arthur Orbit the Third.
"Oh, very well. Well, you can call me Judge Cloper, and I believe it's your turn." And you look around and you see the person who's doing like shadow boxing is drinking what looks like a healing potion, and you see a bruise on like the jaw is starting to fade away.
Okay, so Arthur just starts doing like some little warm-up stretches, and he's actually quite nervous about this. He's like, "Oh, no one's actually here to friggin' watch me." Okay.
So I will ask for the sake of brevity, what is your maximum hit points?
Maximum hit points is 108.
Okay, so we are gonna say for the purpose of this, divide by 10, so you will have 11 hit points. Otherwise, we're just gonna be here like, "Oh, I punch.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the purpose of this, you have 11 hit points,
Okay.
and your AC is 10 plus your dexterity.
Which is 15. Yes, 15.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, so you step into the ring, and this person walks up and holds a hand out and says, "Ready for a good fight?"
Yes, indeed. I am well ready for a good fight. And goes to shake as hard as he can, like squeeze.
You shake and like firm grape for a scrawny fella.
Oh, you could say that, yes.
Wiry strength.
I will ask, how much money did you pay as an auntie? What's it called? Auntie? Auntie up?
Yeah, we I mean, I don't know if we pronounce it right
Auntie?
either.
An auntie?
We would say auntie.
like an ant.
Arthur put
Yeah.
up 100 gold pieces.
You don't even have 100 gold.
Judge Clover will say, I'm sorry, sir, for this amount of the money, we will need to have a guard watch to ensure that everything is done over the table. If you just give me a moment. And he walks off, and like 2 guards come back and just like watch, and they're like, okay,
This
let's
is
see
the
this
most
guy lose money.
suspicious thing that I've. Oh my
Can
god!
I,
So Rudy's
can I-
suspicious.
Is there any check I can do to see if I think Arthur will actually win this, or if I should bet
An
against
insight
him?
check. You can make an insight check.
Okay.
I'll take 100 gold.
17.
I will say, you think, considering that Arthur has this belt, you think the favor, like, he's got the favor here.
Alright.
Arthur, without the belt, would have had a bad time.
Alright.
Arthur
Do
without a
remember,
belt, you done.
Arthur,
goofed.
do remember that unarmed attacks do 1 plus your strength modifier damage.
Yeah, which I've got it already, like, in my attack thing ready. I have a plus 13.
That's to
Yeah,
hit,
well, that's
sure.
to hit.
Yeah,
Your
and then,
damage is 1 plus strength.
Yeah, which is 9.
So wait, you have a plus 8 or a plus
Yeah,
9?
with the belt.
With the belt.
Oh yeah, okay. I just didn't think it was that big. I just didn't think it was that big.
Oh,
Okay.
It's
in the
23,
bag.
so it's
Oh my
plus
gosh.
6, right?
Well, I already had some strength. So then
Oh no,
plus
it sets at 223.
Yeah, it sets it too.
Oh,
Let's double
it's
check
at,
that
it's
this
at
is
27. Why is it at 27? Have I equipped the wrong one?
maybe.
It sounds like you might have equipped. the
Yes,
wrong
you
one.
have. Yes,
Oh, Cloud
you have.
Giant.
Yeah, you're supposed to have Stone Giant.
And
That's different.
That's a big difference.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
huge difference.
Well,
Just a one
If I can
punch.
find the betting people, then I will bet on
Um,
or on Arthur.
I'm gonna say make
But
a
only
make a
one goal.
stealth check if
So
you
what
want
was
to
that?
try to
Belt
find
of
some people to do under the
Stone
table
Giant.
betting.
That is
Stone.
the lowest
Yep.
stealth check I've ever done before.
I will say you don't find enough people. You think it's too early in the day. It hasn't like gathered quite the crowd yet, and these are one of the like the game match. These are like fun kill time matches more than anything. It might be easier during the actual like games
The
later.
main event.
I'll
Alright,
back
there we go.
Mm.
It's a 7.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so Arthur, you step into the ring. You're squaring up against this veteran fighter. Roll some initiative.
Oh yes, I love some initiative.
Oh,
Roll
very
some
important
initiative.
to
Okay.
roll.
I will-
13.
Yeah, you get to go
Ooh.
first.
Whoa!
And we're not doing anything specific. You have 2 attacks from your from having extra attacks. So go ahead, make 2 swings.
Here comes the left
Ding ding.
with a 20,
20 hits.
Okay.
with 7,
Yeah,
and then
Arthur, like half steps forward, left hook, and the veteran goes down. Smash! Right down in the sand.
What punch?
and then like Arthur's
It's
still
just
on
like laying in the ground.
He hasn't yielded.
Oh.
Arthur, hit him again. Hit him again.
You're not there.
And he just like laying on the ground goes like,
You're such a bad
I lost.
and all you can see is Arthur doing like the little jump like this.
Oh my god.
Okay, I just want to point out the 100 gold bet combined with the 1-hit KO. They are investigating the fuck out of it, right? Like this is so sketch.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You see the fighter like walks over to this little like foot locker, looks like a cooling box almost, and takes out another healing potion and just starts downing it. And the judge Cloper walks up to you. Well done, remarkable, sir.
Wait.
I've never seen quite a show like that. Well, except for the big fella I just fought the bugbear.
Oh, is he good?
Can I ask, are you a famous fighter?
I am definitely not.
I mean,
But I
kind of
am
famous.
from the vanguard of. I'm the leader. He's like stumbling his words over there. He's like, I'm the leader.
Oh my
of the
I mean, you're not
Vanguard
just the leader of the Vanguard of the Black, you're the leader of the goddamn
Guild of the
Guild of
Midnight
Volunteers.
And-
Yeah.
and he's
As
finished
you're
that.
saying that, you see the little halfling takes like his clipboard and holds it like in front of his face and whispers to one of the guards, "Yeah, wouldn't worry. This guy's too stupid to cheat."
Oh, he's got a rep.
Wow.
You know, this will
Oh,
help us
A
for
bet is a
later.
bet, and they start like counting up with the guards watching 200 gold pieces.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
They even have
my
to, they even have to
God.
go like grab. He goes into like a little stall, like a locker room situation where it's a little office, and he has to grab like a little lockbox, and he starts counting up coins.
My gosh, I cannot
They
believe
say
that.
never trust a fool, right?
Yeah,
Arthur,
right there.
Can Arthur do a quick inside check about the big guy? See if he has a chance with him. Like, see if he
Yes, go ahead.
Arthur, please.
Quit while you're ahead, please.
don't-
21.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
21. You feel like the two of you would be fairly evenly matched.
Arthur goes to the judge and goes, is he really that good?
Well, when it comes to our amateur fighting, he's our strongest contender. And he did volunteer for today. He knows that he's not necessarily going to win all matches. He's just here
Arthur's
for,
sort of-
for show.
Arthur
Let
cracks
it
the
ride.
knuckles and
Let it
goes,
ride.
"Ugh, let's see if he's up for it." And he puts down another.
Very well, but I will say, considering your deep pockets, no bets higher than 20 gold, please.
Look, this time, Arthur would only keep to 20 gold.
Okay, so you walk up to where you see this power builder.
Hang on, we
His
need a
turns are
running
like
tally
cracking
of our
his
profits
neck.
here.
He says, "All right, fella, you ready?"
As ready as I can ever be. You are, you are quite big, and yes,
You're
okay.
quite small. Let's go!
Yeah.
And he just like starts rushing, make an initiative roll.
Watch him roll.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
That is
So
not
he's
fair to
gonna
the
he rushes up
I-
to you and he's gonna do three quick jab.
I just want to say, I just DM'd Cuddly. I hope he rolls a 1.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say he's caught mid combo. He's gonna roll a 1.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm gonna roll 3 attacks against you.
The AC is
Let me
15.
just double
Oh
check
my
everything.
gosh.
So, first one is a 10.
yeah, misses.
Oh,
Second
Oh.
one is a 20,
Oh, that
Mm.
hits.
Mhm.
and the last one is a 21. So you realize you go to dodge the first swing, and you realize it was just a feint, and then 1-2 quick against you, and you take 10 points of damage.
I'm still standing.
Yeah, you're like you get clocked like once, like just under the eye, and your head starts spinning, and the other one hits you like just at the top of like the clavicles, like wah!
Yeah.
hang on. Didn't they say no hitting the face? Isn't that disqualification?
I mean, you're fighting the big guy.
Mm,
I'm
maybe
probably
so.
at his
they just say
side.
try to.
Yeah.
Try,
Hey.
yeah, I suppose.
I did hear that as a rule, didn't I? About the face?
It says try to avoid the face.
Okay, okay, try. Okay.
Alright.
But yeah,
I'm
Arthur,
gonna
it's
keep
your
a
turn.
closer
You get
eye.
to do
See
2
if
attacks.
He keeps going for
Here
the
comes
face.
first
If he
attack.
only does
Come
face
on.
shots.
Come on.
19.
19 hits.
7
I thought it was
points
not gonna
damage.
hit.
Yeah, 7
And
points of
then-
damage. Next attack,
Next attack is a 18.
18 hits.
14. I said that's another 7, so 14 done.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh,
Oh, this is there again. Doing this.
He took that hit like a
Jeez.
champ and then
Yeah,
came
you
back.
It's just like
2 hits, and you came back with 2 of your own. And he stumbles back, and he goes, "Okay, that's enough. And you get the feel like he's not down, but it's more like he's gotta keep doing this all day.
Yeah.
So yeah, he forfeits. You get 100 gold pieces.
Yeah.
We are currently sitting at a 200 gold profit for the day. Just keeping tally.
So I
Yeah.
had starting was 635 gold pieces. I am now up to 835.
Oh my god.
Yes. I
Oh
am
my
very
God.
That's
happy.
brilliant.
When Arthur
Um,
comes back, I just want to
Mhm.
put my arm around him and talk to him.
You still have taken like you do see as Arthur's putting his armor back on, like it's very quickly becoming a bad black eye.
I'll put my arm around him and cast Healing Word.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, you don't need to remove any actual damage. This is
Yeah.
just for mechanical purposes. Of like
Yeah.
we take a 10th of the hit points
Yeah,
just so we
yeah.
got it. Because otherwise, it's just gonna be one of those like hit.
Mm.
Oh
Hit.
yeah, it's gonna take
Hit.
forever,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
with my max hit points.
Yeah.
So we have technically the first hour done. We're gonna try to do this a little bit faster. I'm gonna go through. We're gonna stick to the groupings for now. We are gonna ask Gerald first. Second hour, you have your day pass. You're allowed to fly. You're allowed to fly as high up as 10 feet above ground.
Well, it's above head height. That'll do.
Yes. Yes. But there are no speed restrictions.
5 gold, and all I get is 10 feet.
Look, if you don't like it, you can just say no.
It's too late. I've already paid.
Yeah.
When he sees the thing on the laser, he's gonna be 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet, but there's no speed
Preposterous.
limit, and it says that if you break any of the rules attached, they will revoke, and you will be having to pay a fine.
Yep. Bureaucracy. Ugh.
So where do you head for the second hour of this?
I'm going shopping, I guess.
You are heading to the Gilded Bazaar.
I believe so. I'm just seeing. Although, I'm.
It is now 11 a.m.
Gerald
The
Gerald
buffet
has no,
is
like,
opening.
physical skills, so I'm just looking through all of these games. There's no single game that he would have
Gerald.
appropriate physical skills for. So
I mean, the pull the rope one is literally just you pay, pull a rope, and you get a prize.
I thought it was.
I thought it was tug of
I thought it was
war.
a tug of war.
No,
yeah.
no, it's just a bunch, like hundreds of strings. You pay, you pick one, you pull, and see what you get.
Josie, I
Right.
was about to turn into a war horse to do this. You need to make this clear.
Wait, I
Yeah,
can totally
no.
cheat during that because of my senses. I can see which one goes to what.
Well, you're not allowed to try. You're not allowed to like test tug.
Oh my god.
No, but can I? Because I since like tough, can I not just like?
They are too like we're talking about hundreds of little strings.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
it would require a perception check above 30 to be able to discern anything.
All right. Well,
A perception check over
That is
30
possible
is
for
No,
bad.
wait, we are not on you yet. We are on Gerald saying what he's doing. Gerald's going
Okay.
shopping.
Well, yes. Seeing as like the pull the rope is literally the only game that he would have a crack at because it doesn't require anything but luck. Can he do that and a bit of shopping? Because you can normally fit in a few
you're-
games in the hour.
I'm gonna say yes. You could essentially do that once, and then you get 2 items that you can purchase within 1 hour.
Cool.
But we're gonna get there. We're gonna go to Rudy and Nana. What are they doing?
Nana, I'm feeling absolutely terrible. Can we go to the pie eating contest, please?
Oh, of course, yes. So if you're
Okay.
gonna do the pie eating contest, I'm probably gonna play some games as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're doing games.
Yeah, we'll do games.
Okay. Arthur and George. Are you also going to the bazaar?
I would
I-
like to.
You'd like to? I would
You
like
gotta
to as well,
speak up,
George.
Kuda.
I would like too, but
Okay.
George can do many things in different times, so I am not fussed yet.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you all have to reconvene. I just want to know that everyone is heading to.
Arthur wants some pie.
Yeah. As you head into the Gilded Bazaar, you get the sense that this is where the life of the festival is really. You see these large paper balloons of dragons. They're just like swaying in the air magically. You see these banners, gold and white, like you saw being put up. And there's magical lights. You hear hawkers yelling all over the place. You see these booths. Some people that might have been selling things have now refitted their booths to instead have these games in them. And we're going to go through then one by one super quick. Who here is doing games only?
Sorry, I lost the games. I think Nana will do a rope pull.
Okay,
You
but
get
I want to
two
know
games
who is
then, Kelly.
focusing. No, I want to know who's doing games only, so we do the shopping bit after the games have been settled.
Okay.
Does the pie eating contest count as a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
well
yes.
then,
Yes,
yeah,
games.
Yeah, Rudy doesn't care for the shopping. He's in it for the,
Okay.
the game.
Rudy's doing games.
Yeah.
Arthur, you were also going pie eating contest.
Yes, that's correct.
You will be meeting each other in the pie eating contest.
Good.
Excellent.
Okay, Nana, you wanted to do a rope pull and shopping.
I wanted to
Actually,
do
you know
rope
what?
pull and
Rope
shopping.
pull and shopping actually sounds good.
Okay, so you at the booth with all the ropes, you run into Gerald, and the two of you start like moving together.
Oh, nice.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. George, are you just like disappearing into the crowd, doing your own thing?
I think for now I'll follow Arthur because I want to see if now I can get some like bets in the crowd and also see if my new gloves will help me with anything.
Okay, fair
Can you-
enough.
can
What? So, okay, we're gonna go through. I think Arthur and Rudy, you were doing games only.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna start with a pie eating contest. You come up to a booth where they've made some space. They have a little bit of a stage with two rickety tables, and they have 3 seats. And you see it's attached to a bakery. And it's called the Pie Eating Surprise, where you get served a pie with mystery contents. Disclaimer, all pies are edible. Please let the staff know if you have any allergies. But you will be served a pie of some form, could be meat pie, dessert pie. You will need to eat all of it without using your hands, and it is the one who eats the most pies. It is not a time limit. You keep going until you can't take it anymore. And the one who eats the most pies win a spectacular prize. You win the Pie-R-8, which is it's a cast iron pie form that, as soon as it is heated, will magically apparate an edible pie.
Wow.
Oh
We
my
have
god.
2
Rudy
chances
still
of
wins
it.
this hands
Let's
down.
go.
It can only do this once per hour.
It's so good.
Rudy wants
As-
this.
as-
So Rudy, as you're sitting down, you see next to you Arthur sits down as well.
Hello, Rudy.
And
I-
I want one of you to roll me 2d4.
You can
Or do one each. Roll
All right.
1d4 each.
Okay. All right.
Rudy, I didn't realize you're gonna be here.
I would say, let the best man win. But Arthur,
You're gonna win this.
I have a
yes.
bottomless stomach.
Yes, I've got a 1, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Look. I know I'm not gonna win this.
Arthur,
I
that's
think
not,
these D4 rolls pretty much outline how this is going to go.
That's not a reason to
You'd
try.
actually be surprised.
Oh.
But you sit down and 2 other people sit down next to you. A woman sits down and she's looks like she's just raring to go. She says, I mean, this is just lots of pie for the prize, right? And as you sit down, you see one of the bakers come by, and they have like flour dust in their face, almost for show, and says, "Well, everybody, please pay up. It is 3 coppers to join the pie eating contest, but that's quite the prize for as many pies as you can eat." And sort of like has a little, like a baker's hat, and is holding it forward.
Yep.
It's
flicks
It's
the
three
baby
cuppers
popper.
enter.
Yep.
Yep.
Everyone enter, and then the fourth person shows up, and it is a small child actually who puts 3 coppers in the hat and just sits there dangling their feet off the chair.
This child
This
is
is-
a
well-
win.
Best eating to all of you. Good luck. Serve up, and you see like these 2 teenagers with aprons come and they like put down pies. They've been chilled, might have been cooked earlier, so there's no problems. You put your hands behind your backs, and you go to town. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
I would like.
I will say that Rudy gets advantage.
Thank you.
Come on.
My first one was a 20.
Oh.
14.
Both of you finish your first pie
Oh.
without issue.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You, Arthur, got an apple pie. Rudy got a blueberry pie.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then you
Okay.
finish them up. You
That
get
was
more
my
pies
advantage,
coming
sorry.
your way. Make
Mhm.
another round of con saves.
Does Rudy continuously get advantage?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Both of your
14.
competitors are still in the game. Yeah, 14 is
So
enough.
the first one was a 15. Second one, we'll take the 15.
So you both just dig into your pies. Now, Rudy, you got a vanilla custard pie, whereas
Oh.
Arthur, you got a chicken pot pie.
Oh, nom.
I am so
I'd
happy
eat
with
that.
both of these. This is brilliant. Thank
The only
you.
type of pie I'd eat.
Oh,
Okay, next, third round of pies come in. You've now been going at it. It's taking some time. You spent like 15 minutes now just like gobbling up pies.
has the contestants noticed Rudy's?
No,
lips
and
at all?
both of the contestants are still in the game.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
this is getting terrifying. I'm a little scared now.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Another
here we go.
round?
Roll number 3.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm rolling. Oh no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
oh,
no,
I'm not gonna
no.
roll yet. I'm
No! No!
All right, I'm rolling. Oh,
Can't
there it
do this
is. I got a 6.
Both of you
No!
No!
I
start
refuse.
to feel like it's becoming too much. Like Arthur, you are starting to feel like no normal person could keep going, but you see the kid on the far end of the table is already done with the third
Rudy
pie,
cast
just
divine
waiting for more.
intervention.
Yes, go for it.
This is
Roll
this
the
is-
D100.
This is the
14 or
exact
lower.
thing. He is indulging himself. He selfishly wants that prize, and he will do
Yeah.
anything for it. This is Urgathoa all over it.
Oh my god. Please get
Yeah,
this.
give us that divine intervention.
It's a 68.
Nope.
No.
Rudy,
No, don't say it.
you keep eating, but you start to feel a churn in your stomach
No.
as
So upset.
you're starting to in your head. It's not your fault. You could keep going. It's definitely a bad pie.
The
But
worst
you
pie.
start
This-
to feel really sick, and by the end of the third pie, as they're about to serve the fourth, the both of you are just unable to continue. I'm gonna keep seeing who the little child does not manage to finish the fourth pie,
Oh my goodness. The lady is excited for the pies? Bless
and the
her.
lady finishes the fourth pie,
She
and she
wins.
goes on to her fifth.
Oh,
She does not manage to go get the fifth pie down.
what flavor were the pies that Rudy and Arthur failed on? I really need to know that for me.
Oh, okay.
You're
So
cuddling.
actually, Rudy had like a really nice, more like a pineapple tart situation.
Okay, yeah.
And Arthur, you were actually served a shepherd's pie.
Arthur loves shepherd's pie.
There you go.
Arthur just couldn't fill it up.
Too
It was
full.
too full.
Wait,
But
are
none
you-
of you won.
Oof.
Are you
So
saying that
Arthur's
this
sort
is-
of like sitting there, hands on his gut, going, Rudy,
And
what the heck?
what the heck?
What the heck?
The one time it matters.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I will
Gonna be
say the
so
two of you, you still have enough time to play one more game, but you're not allowed to partake in the pie eating contest again this hour.
Arthur,
But you're saying next hour I can try again.
Yes.
Arthur's gonna go, look, man, I'm gonna go wrestle out some arms. And he's getting up and he's like, I need to get this energy move somewhere.
I'm going to go pin a tail on a dragon.
Okay. We're gonna do pin the tail on the dragon first. Rudy, you walk up to this stand where they have like a large wooden board with a painted dragon, and then they have a like buckets filled with these paper mache tails with little nails at the end. And what happens is that you put a blindfold on, you get to spin 10 quick laps around yourself, then they give you a tail, and you have to pin it as close to the dragon as possible to win a prize. And there's like a circle indicator that's like, within this, you win a prize.
Okay. All right.
You walk up.
Absolutely. Let's do this.
It is 2 copper pieces.
Done. Easy.
Please
You
tell me
pay
it's
2 copper
acrobatic.
pieces, and you see like a middle-aged gentleman says, "Well, step right on," and puts a blindfold over your. It's like because you're still wearing the covering. Since you found your way here, I'm just gonna assume that you can see through that, so we're still gonna use a blindfold, sir.
That is completely understandable.
Puts it on, ties it, and says, "You ready?"
Yes.
And he starts spinning you, like turning you around.
How's that feel
And
with
then-
the pies?
Yeah. And then he stops you suddenly, like, and just takes your hand and gives you like one of the tails, and you can feel the nail. And he says, "Well, sir, dead ahead. You can do this." And I'm gonna need you to make I'm gonna need you to make a perception check with disadvantage.
All right, with disadvantage. Okay, well, the first roll was an 18, and the second roll was a 13.
13. You wobble forward. You feel with your hand the board, and you nail the tail to the board. And you're, "Well done, sir. Well done. You can take the blindfold off." You take your blindfold off. Yeah, this dragon now has a very long, very dangly penis.
Close.
Yeah, in the right area.
I'm sorry, sir. That's really not. And you're like just outside the cusp of the ring. You want to try again?
Yes.
As you say that, we're panning over back to Arthur. You're doing an arm wrestling contest. You see, it is a similar situation to when you fought in the arena. You see 3 people of various sizes sitting at small tables that have been set up, and people are just moving. It's if you beat the first person, you get to go on to the next person, and so on and so on.
Okay.
And it costs 2 silver pieces to take part in this one.
Oh, I
But
don't
they
know if I
do
can
have-
afford that.
But they do have a running jackpot where you also get half of all the money that has been spent to enter the game
Okay.
on top of a prize.
Arthur gets in the jackpot. He's done his
Okay.
steel silver. He's ready.
Okay, so you sit down next to a thin half elf who puts an arm up and says, "Let's go, sir." And I need you to make an athletics check.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
That's all right. 22.
22. Smack. You just pin his arm down. He goes, "Ow, ow, ow, sir, that was very unnecessary." Ow. But you win. Yeah, you win. Feel free
Okay,
to move
sorry.
along. And he sort of looks over, and someone else comes, like, takes his place. Where and he just, like, walks away.
Oh, I don't want to break this guy, man.
You sit down next to a person who has a really an olive skin complexion with these almost like golden pearlescent sparkles underneath the skin, and their eyes look like swirls of mercury almost.
Oh, well,
And
you
puts
look
an-
very nice.
Well, thank you. You are not too bad on the eyes yourself there.
Oh, shucks.
Roll to seduce.
It's a distraction tactic.
Make an athletics check.
Here I go. 16.
Yeah, again, you feel that this person is trying to resist, and it's not the same slam dunk, but you, again, just like, bonk. And they're like, well, you've got some arm on you there.
Arthur grabs like a little slip and just writes Arthur the Orbit the Third.
Oh my god.
I'll see you around. You move on to the third person. And as you sit down, you look up and you see Fire Ganassi. You see a person whose hair is in flames and who's got like tattoos that almost look like they're living flames on the forearms.
Oh,
Who says, "Not gonna go easy on ya."
I don't want
Just so you
to.
know. Okay, let's go. And just
Alright.
put the arm down.
Athletics, let's go.
Oh god, I'm rolling so bad.
25.
Oh my god.
Yeah, again, you just like wham. No issue. Like, wow. You know, you didn't have to do me like that, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
but-
could have given me a fighting chance.
Oh, look, you said I wasn't going to go easy on me.
I'm supposed to be the hardest person to meet in this thing, and now everyone's gonna come and think they can win.
Oh, well, it's going to be interesting
You
to
hurt
see.
my honor, sir, my reputation.
Look, how about a
I'm
hearty
just
handshake?
messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Here you go.
Sweating
And
bullets.
I'm going to need you to roll me a d20.
Roll 'em.
First off, you win 54 silver pieces.
Woohoo! And I got a 12.
You got a 12. Wonderful. Roll me a d100.
Okay. What 100? There it is, 100, and rolling 100, and I got a 10.
That's what I needed for divine intervention. Damn it. Damn it all.
Hold on. I am
Well.
just trying. to
Again,
find-
Rudy needs to understand that all you need to do is draw a stick figure for
Yeah.
the god.
Yeah.
Just aim
Why?
true, Rudy. Come on.
Yeah.
Aim and lose.
How often can
Aim
I cast
and
divine
lose.
intervention?
Just draw a
Okay,
little
what did you
spell.
get? 10? You win a salt shaker shaped like a wizard's tower.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Gerald's going to love this.
What is
That's
Nana?
beautiful.
Cut glass? Okay, I see how it is. That's fine.
Wow. Didn't
Yeah.
expect Nana to get so upset.
Okay,
Although he did call you stained glass earlier.
Arthur sort of gets up and
I
he
love
goes,
this.
look, I can fight, I can arm wrestle, I can't eat pie, but that's Rudy's territory. What's next for me? And he goes off.
yeah,
with-
you're not talking. You look around and none of your friends are here.
No one's
Ow.
victory.
No one's
No one's gonna believe me.
No, but you got the salt shaker.
Yeah, you got the salt shaker.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
the
but
salt
That looks
shaker.
like a
not gonna-
consolation prize.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
It's the salt shaker
okay.
of triumph.
We're gonna go to George. You wanted to do betting while Arthur was doing competition.
Yes, I want to be silently in the crowd, so I probably did see him win.
Yeah. I'm gonna say make a perception check. No, a persuasion check. Sorry.
27.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. In under the table bets, you win. You get 27 silver pieces
Nice.
by manipulating the odds.
I have no regrets.
No regrets.
Okay.
So we're at 200 gold and 81 silver.
Nana, you wanted to do pull a rope, and
wanna
Gerald
pull a
as
rope.
well. You run into
Yeah.
each other as you're going to the pull a rope session. It
Oh.
is 1 silver piece.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
Nana
You
probably
bump into
sees
each other.
a wizard hovering 10 feet over the above
With-
the
And then just
ground.
like,
Yeah.
oh that's Gerald, all right.
yeah, there's a couple people that go like, as your cloak like gets in their face.
Definitely Gerald. Gerald, do
Oh, Melamora. Hello.
you want to pull a rope? I want to pull a rope.
Oh, lovely. Shall we pull a rope together then?
Let's pull a rope. Josie, how do we pull a rope?
You see, standing here at this
Ropes, how do they
attraction,
work?
you see a person who could only be described as a crow person.
Nice.
Is wearing like a very festive hood with little bells hanging off them. It says, "You want to play? You want to play? 1 silver piece for a pull. Pull on the rope. Win a prize.
All right.
All right.
Takers, takers." And you see like there's a couple of children putting coins on the counter. This looks like a couple on a date where one of them puts a coin and they pull a rope. And you see that like of that couple, the one who pulls the rope gets what looks like a wax candle. It's just like, okay. Okay. I need
Yeah.
both of you to roll me a d20.
Okay.
Take that silver piece off the thing.
I got an 18, which I kind of wish I would have saved for battle, but it's fine.
I need you to roll me a d8, Nana.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's my d20.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'm not doing anything else with it today,
Wait,
so
what the heck am I doing? There we go.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just use Tides of Chaos to get
Okay.
advantage on this as well, because why not?
I got a 6, by the way.
Oh,
You got a
actually, no.
6?
It's not an ability check, is it? So I can't use Tides of Chaos.
No, it's just a roll.
just a roll.
Yeah,
But I
13.
could use Dark One's Own Luck, though, right?
That's not on ability checks.
Oh, but it is luck. Could I bend it to use it
No.
on this?
No.
13. Then.
Okay, so I'm gonna need Gerald to roll a d100. While Nana, you pull on a rope, and you see what is a little bit of a little container. You pull it up, and the crow person says, well done, good prize," and takes it unties it from the rope and hands it to you, Nana. And it says, "Festive face paints."
Oh.
And essentially, you can apply this to your face, and you gain the benefits of disguise self for 1 hour.
Oh,
wow.
that's
What?
actually brilliant.
Yo. Okay. Yeah. Nana's gonna. Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you so much. It's very fun. George.
And Gerald rolled a 2.
You know it.
That's
Two on a
as you- as you-
D100
As you
is
pull,
pretty
as
good,
you
I
pull,
gotta
as you
say.
pull the rope, there's no resistance, and you pull it, and you can't quite see what it is attached. As the crow goes up and says, "Oh, better luck next time," and just hands you what looks like 2 carved wooden rings that are interlinked.
Oh, magic? Are they?
No,
No, absolutely not.
I mean, Gerald's just gonna be fascinated with this for the next hour, isn't he? He's like,
yeah,
how did they...
do they come loose?
Can I? Are we allowed to go again, or is it just one each?
I mean, that depends on how much time you wanted to spend here, because you want to do chopping as well.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you want to
yeah,
pull
yeah.
another
We did
rope,
one.
that will reduce the amount of items you can buy by one.
That's okay. I think I
imagine
might
if
pull
you
another
one
rope.
rope and just here's another coin. Pull the second rope. and
Yeah,
there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
pull another rope. Too.
Yeah, but I already said before we started, this is for the sake of making time move. Because you still,
Sure.
part of the hour of shopping is also browsing, finding the item you want.
Sure.
That sounds good.
But
Okay,
also 'cause
so
I've
if you wanna
done
pull
nothing
again-
but bureaucracy so
Dude.
far.
Yeah,
got a-
you
4.
got a 4?
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
hold on.
So D20 first, then D100 was it?
Yes.
All right, 7.
I don't know how to roll a D100 on this. Oh, there it is.
7. Okay, both of you roll a D100. You already rolled. Gerald.
How many,
That's
how
another-
many divine
that's
interventions
another-
do you want?
Yeah.
How? That's so unfair.
Sorry, mine's still going because I didn't remember which
Yeah.
dice to use.
Gerald, you get a twine necklace with 4 papier-mâché fingers attached.
This is
I
terrifying.
Got a 12. I'm so sorry.
Nana, you get a cloth doll skewered with needles.
Oh,
Okay.
You wanna go again?
Oh, I do have to buy something for a friend, but thank you so much. Maybe we'll be back. These were wonderful.
Yes, quite wonderful.
Yeah. So you
Let's go,
pulled
Nana.
2 ropes. I mean, Nana did get one of the better prizes on one of the goes.
Yeah. I like that prize. That's awesome.
So you head into the murmur and the crowd of the Gilded Bazaar. And there's plenty to be found. The crowd is thick. I'm gonna say, George, roll me another persuasion check.
22 this time.
Yeah, so you get another 22 silver pieces as you are working the odds by the games.
Go.
Okay, so I am going to give you, I'm going to remind you all that they do have a 10% off on anything in the bazaar. I'm going to start listing essentially various stores you pass by, and you let me know if that is something that you want to. If it's
I have
interesting.
one particular thing in mind.
Oh, if you do, then
Should
that's
I-
perfect.
Oh, okay. The one thing that I would want to maybe look for at this point is like maybe like a little figurine of a dragon.
Like a figurine of a dragon.
Fair to say, because there are dragons around, that like it would probably be a dragon.
There's definitely 2 stalls that sell these like mass manufactured like brass like fake gold dragon figurines.
Nice. Are there any other colors other than gold?
No.
Damn. Okay. I suppose I'll have to get a gold one then. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll get a gold
I
one.
will say that the place where you find these is actually at a jeweler who's doing a little bit of crafting on the side, and you do see that they sell various type of. These dragons are valued at 5 gold pieces each, but you do see a section of a locked glass box where it seems to be like very pristine items inside. And looking around, all of you notice that the stalls here sell. Almost everyone has some magical items for sale.
Oh.
So I will say, Nana, as you walked up to the jeweler, they have an assortment of accessories valued at 5 to 10 gold pieces each, but they also sell what is marked as a ring of warmth, a brooch of shielding, a clockwork amulet, and an emerald pen.
What does the pen do?
Doesn't say.
Oh, just a emerald pen. Cool.
Oh, it just says emerald pen.
I'll still get the dragon, I think.
Okay, so Nana purchases a
I'll
dragon.
get a dragon, yes. So 5 gold, you said?
Yes. Gerald,
Mhm.
what would you be looking for in this crowd?
Things that catch my eye. Like, I'm not looking for anything super specific, but he's got an eye out for something unusual.
Unusual.
Yeah. Or failing that, the only thing that he's been thinking about is like he's like thinking that he wants a way to get back to the reflected city easily. So because I don't think that I
will
actually
say-
get the ability to do that myself at any point. So I'm looking for.
You don't really find anything in that sense, but you do find something that is eye-catching for Gerald.
Cool.
There is a staves and wands merchant who's also selling canes that are very finely decorated, and they have in their inventory, they have a quarterstaff of warning and a wand of enemy detection. That is like, sail, sail, sail.
One of those sounds very familiar. I wonder why.
Wonder why.
I wonder why one of those sounds incredibly familiar.
Should I be concerned?
I'm pretty
Because
sure
George
you
has
know.
one.
I,
George
yeah,
has a quarterstaff
has-
of warning.
Remember my walking stick?
Oh, right. All right. Well, what is the how does this wand of enemy detection work?
And you see the person like slides up. You see this like big pink coiffed of hair on the top of the head and says, "Well, one way you can find out is by purchasing it. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise."
I mean, presumably it detects enemies, but I was more.
Possibly, but only one way to find out, sir. Aren't you curious?
That just makes me think it's cursed.
Oh, I can assure you, nothing here is cursed.
That just makes me think it's more cursed.
What is this
Sir, I'm
conversation?
losing interest. Are you buying or not?
I will have none of your cursed items this day. Good day, sir.
Does Gerald say that loud enough so that the crowd hears?
Yeah, there's a couple of people like, cursed? The items here are cursed?
Sorry, I just needed to cause a bit of trouble there.
Not the train about to explode again.
Okay, I will start listing stores, because you do still get to buy one item. There is a gem trader. There's a jeweler. There is a spisologist. There's a staves and keens merchant.
coming back.
There's a place called Coats, Cloaks, and Haberdashery. There is one place called Comfy Footwear for your soul. And there's one place called just called the Nice Tone. And it sells what looks like handmade artisan instruments.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Any of
don't
those
know-
sounds interesting at all?
I don't know how to music, but maybe I'll have a look at the shoe store.
Hmm? You
I
find that they sell beyond mundane footwear of many, many styles and sizes and fashions. They sell a pair of boots of elven kind, boots of false tracks, slippers of spider climbing, and winged boots.
Oh, those are all pretty cool. I don't really need winged boots myself with broom.
I mean, imagine buying something for someone else.
Imagine that, yeah.
That's someone else's problem.
Spider climb also not useful. Boots of elven kind though could be good.
Throw them at Rudy.
Rudy, Gerald's shopping for Gerald.
Can you sneak, please?
Yeah, so besides the slippers and the wing boots, there are boots of elven kind and boots of false tracks.
Oh, how do the boots of false tracks work? It's like
Gerald doesn't know.
Gerald doesn't know.
Gerald doesn't know.
Gerald doesn't know. Gerald doesn't know.
So don't tell Gerald.
And it sounds like no one at the bazaar is wanting to tell anyone how anything works or what it does.
You do see someone shopping and they get like a little hand-drawn pamphlet with instruction manuals, but they seem to be very much like, yeah, if it's interesting, buy it.
How much for the boots of elven kind, and how much for the boots of false tracks?
One moment. I'm just doing some check. Yes. The boots of false tracks, my dear sir, would come to 54 gold pieces. Whereas the boots of elven kind would come to 450 gold pieces.
Oh yes. And what about if I would get them both then?
No, I would be willing to give you a group discount for the two for 500.
How are you all so rich?
All right then.
Do you want them gift wrapped?
Sure, why not?
It will take just a moment. And the camera fades as Gerald is stuck for 15 minutes watching this gift wrapping in the style of Rowan Atkinson in Love Actually. And that is where we're going to end for today. But I will give you the information. Boots of the
500
False
gold.
Tracks. Boots of False Tracks says only humanoids can wear these boots. While wearing the boots, you can choose to have them leave tracks like those of another kind of humanoid.
Nice.
Whereas the boots of elven kind, also none of
Advantage
these
on
require
stealth, right?
attunement. Yes, that
they don't.
rely specifically on moving quietly. And they also make your feet make no sound when you walk.
That's pretty cool.
Cool. And I got it 500 for the pair, right?
Yes.
Roger. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go talk to D&D Beyond about the audacity of tonight's D100 rolls.
Everyone
Every
rolled.
single other D100 roll from tonight was a divine intervention success, except for the one Rudy rolled.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
No, that's what we want. The die are telling us help with a lot of words. Thank you, Orb, for throwing your people at me, you cheeky bugger.
To be fair, it is
Before
like
you
10
run
to
away.
midnight.
Before you run away, though, before we start wrapping up, thank you all for having been here. Thank you all. I've been the Dungeon Mistress, Josie Poser, and I am joined with my friends. We have Good at Home playing George, the Starling Bard Sorcerer. We have Roju from Participation Award, who's been playing Gerald the Wizard, the Warlock Sorcerer. We've had the Wettest Orb, the Cheeky Bugger, who's been playing Arthur Orblet III, the Elven Ranger Rogue, who also, won some big cash in those fisticuff fights. We've had Cuddly Raptor playing Nana Malivora, the Gnome Druid, and we've had AussieDevFro playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the Reborn Cleric.
Who will win
So-
the infinite pie.
You will win the
I believe
infinite
you'll
pie.
win
You will win the pie maker.
He will.
The pie
he
maker.
will
It's
forego
called
the
Pyre
combat.
8. It's the Pyre 8.
He will win it.
Does it have a
It's-
skull and crossbones on it?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
Rudy will get it engraved.
It is literally just like a cast iron oven form, and as soon as it gets heated, it just like poof, a pie appears in it.
That's
It
how-
is
random, though,
I
what type
would
of
love
pie.
one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're getting that freaking pie.
I
Um,
believe in you, Rudy. You got this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's lots of things that can be bought at this market. Small announcement next week. Gouda is taking some time off for personal reasons, so George will be taking a bit of a backseat situation.
Sorry, I just keep adding silver to the tally.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I'll essentially be sending any cool items available in the bazaar so that you can all plan out, so we can get through a bit quicker.
Yeah.
And we can try to make a bit of a schedule for the party, what they plan on doing, because it did take longer than I expected to get through these like hour by hour events. But, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I near damn shat myself when I tried to pull that speech out of my ass.
It was really good.
That was so
Wait,
good. Are
that
you
was-
kidding me?
That was all made up?
I had like footnotes.
Oh, wow.
Wow. No, that
I
was great.
literally
Wow.
have it.
Yeah.
It just says these are my notes.
Yeah.
A mass honoring those who died in the battle against the fiends in the jungle. The high priestess speak of the dead not leaving us as long as we remember them. That the lessons they taught us will be their legacy. To not mourn their passing, but celebrate that the princess has called them to her side, and that all their desires are fulfilled in the afterlife. That's all I have.
Holy moly. Because, like, we legit had several people here in chat.
Yeah, I was talking
saying-
about my grandma. I'm just gonna say, I was about to crowd myself.
Oh my god. No, I was just like.
Yeah, like there were so many people.
Don't cry on
impressed with
camera.
that
Don't cry on
speech.
camera.
So those of you who commented on Josie's speech in the cathedral, it was ad hoc, essentially. So fucking like if you're not like following Josie or sub to Josie, just that performance alone, like get over there. Like what are you doing here? Get over there. In fact, I'm sending you there now. I'm sending you all there now to go sub to Josie.
And
Hey,
I'm gonna
Orb.
send myself to bed.
Okay, I just want to know though, Orb being a resident like person who knows that things, would you have hired me
Of
at
course.
your last job?
Yeah, I would have. Yes, that was very nicely done. To be honest, I almost was like, wow, this actually sounds very close to another speech I've heard before in real life, in real situations. So,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Did a
Lars
really good
Pan,
job.
you said it right. I'm a top-notch ass puller. I don't know. Go to bed, Orb. Thank you for being here.
Not
Thank you
at
for
all.
playing us. We'll see you around.